PS3, they went crazy with PS1 games. There are PS1 games all over that store. And you know what I think is really damn cool? If you bought any of the PS1 games on the PS3 and they got re-released on this service, you didn't even have to be subscribed to PS Plus to re-download games that you've already bought on the PS3. They're already in your account. If you bought Resident Evil on the PS3, you can download it for free on your PS5, and I think that is cool. I also think the fact that PSP games are available is really neat as well. The weird thing is, I think a lot of games that they're re-releasing from the PSP have like PS3 versions or maybe like PS2 version or something else where it's kind of funny to see like, oh wow, Tekken 6 is on this service, and you look, and it's the fucking PSP version of the game. Like, I think that's cool and funny as hell that that weird ass port of the game is now available on PS4 and PS5. But you can look at the star rating of this game, and you can tell a lot of people immediately downloaded Tekken 6 and were like, oh, what the? I feel like with all the stuff they're re-releasing, I think it would help a lot if they kind of showcase like, hey, this game is from this system a little bit better. Just looking at this list, like Secret Agent Clank. I don't know if that's the PS2 version or the PSP version they're talking about there, because there were two different versions of that game. Oh, what the hell? They consider Strider?
Fuck.
That's like a new game for Strider. Like Strider is like a classic arcade game. And then there's like Strider 2 on the PS1, but Strider, like this is like a game that released in 2014 on PS4. It's like a reboot. Why is this in the classic section? However, disregarding all of the weirdness there, I really do think this is a very strong lineup of games. I think, especially considering you get a lot of the PlayStation exclusive titles, a lot of these Sony public games, part of its catalog. I generally find that when I try to look up a game on the PlayStation 4, oftentimes the game that I'm looking up is often available on PlayStation Plus's game catalog. Now, unlike the Xbox Game Pass initiative of, oh, you get your day one Xbox exclusives on Xbox Game Pass, Sony doesn't generally try to do that nearly as much as Microsoft does, where, like, oh, this game is day one available on PlayStation Plus, anything like that. They do it, but not nearly as much as Microsoft really pushes that. But I think that's honestly to their benefit. I think you get just like a good quality catalog on PlayStation Plus. And I find that it feels like it's always kind of like expanding. I think my main problem with Xbox Game Pass is yes, that's cool that you get day one Xbox games, but at the same time, Xbox games that's really big. I know, even just getting like God of War Ragnarok, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima. Just like those three games right there, just having that as part of the catalog is pretty nuts. Those are some damn quality games right there. And those are just a part of the standard game catalog. So I would say so far, my preference is going for the extra tier of PlayStation Plus. You know, I love me some classic games and all that junk, but I don't really find that to be great added value. It's cool added value, but again, like I said, I honestly feel like it gets swapped around. You get the classic game lineup in the extra tier, the full blown game catalog as part of the premium. Essential is fundamentally kind of the same as it's always been in monthly games, online multiplayer. Extra gets game catalog and the premium. The Sony Pictures catalog, which is like 100 or so movies from Sony Pictures that you can stream. Look, Gran Turismo, no hard feeling. I don't know, man. One of these movies are definitely already available on Netflix at one point or another. So this isn't like the biggest plus in the world. I mean, like I'll take it. You know, if a movie's on there, that's kind of cool. The movie's on there, but yeah, I've never heard anybody talk about getting Sony Pictures Core for free alongside the premium PS Plus subscription. So take that as you will. Overall, PlayStation Plus in its current state, I think is decent, but it is definitely very pricey for the premium and extra options. And how essential is the price of $80 a year? Well, we'll definitely see just how pricey things are by comparing it directly to Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, are you shitting me?
Xbox Game Pass
What was that?
no brainer back in 19 or so. But it was like, oh my god, this is like a crazy deal. Pretty affordable, and they have tons of games That was around the time Xbox showed the big launch. I remember when Gears 5 launched in 2019. That being day one on Game Pass. That was around the time that Xbox on physical games started to come like less and less. Like I saw barely anybody own Gears 5 on disc. It was all like Game Pass, and that's kind of how we got to the point that we are at with Xbox right now, where digital sales Game Pass is pretty much all Xbox is about these days. Well, Game Pass was really exciting back then. I think Microsoft was willing to take more of a risk on it, and that's why like the prices were very low. And it was a brand new thing, and not as many people were subscribing, and it didn't have as much of like a wide user base to the point that like Microsoft was losing money on it, and it doesn't really matter. But then as years went on, it became obvious that Xbox Game Pass would be like Microsoft's golden goose, their big idea of like the future of Xbox. This is what it's all about. The Netflix of gaming, pretty much. But after all the acquisitions they made, like Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, price kept on raising, and let's take a look at this. So, firstly, Essential, same exact name as PlayStation Plus, but it's $10 a month. You get 50 plus games on Xbox devices. Now, yeah, Microsoft is kind of doing something similar to what like PlayStation Plus collection was back in 2018. Sony introduced that, and that has since gone away, and they pretty much just turned that into this whole like game catalog thing. But what Microsoft does is for the baseline tier of Game Pass, you get online multiplayer, and you also get a handful of games. So in 2023, Microsoft actually combined Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass to create this whole amalgamation or whatever the hell. I mean, it makes sense. Microsoft was sticking with the whole premium gold service for Xbox Live users, and you could tell near the end of Xbox Live Gold, like they were stretching things. They were really struggling to give you like anything worthwhile with Game Gold. Having separate subscription services, one for online multiplayer where you get 3 games a month or something like that, and then one that's all about like all of these games that you get as a part of the subscription. Makes sense to kind of combine them. But then we have premium, so you get 200 games, new Xbox published games within the first year of launch, and that's $15. Then you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which this was a big controversy seeing the price increase for this. $30 a month, which is wild. Look at PlayStation Plus's game catalog, and the premium, a 1 month subscription to that is $18, which is still pretty damn high, but comparative to $30 a month, and you don't even get like all the cool PlayStation exclusives on Xbox, obviously. Okay. What are we possibly getting for this? Well, this is where you get the day one games. You also get EA Play and Ubisoft Plus. You also get Fortnite through. Yeah, I mean, EA Play is a cool addition, in my opinion. I think having all the EA games, even the Ubisoft games, Ubisoft has a good team, and that is included with PlayStation Plus, but not EA Play. So, that is nice, especially considering how the EA Play subscription per month by itself is $6, and Ubisoft Plus Classic.
What is this guy talking about?
So considering that, okay, sure, comparing the prices from $50 to $30. I mean, like, I don't even think
not have
EA Play Ubisoft Plus Classics with their Game Pass Ultimate subscription is necessarily the same thing as just straight up signing up for Ubisoft Plus or straight up signing up for EA Play. You just get a lot of those EA games, Ubisoft games, as part of this higher subscription tier. But still, $30 a month. That is like one of the highest subscriptions I've seen. Well, let's see what's included with.
How do I do this shortcut?
Essential is directly comparable to PlayStation Plus Essential. They're both pretty much there as the baseline in online multiplayer with this. Plus, you get some free games. Now, with PlayStation Plus, you don't get things.
Fuck, how do I do this shortcut?
It's the full selection of the free games, and you get some genuinely really high quality stuff with that. Xbox Game Pass Essential actually it's like 68 games. It says as a part of like the Essential lineup. So you get a good amount of games. Now, there's some weird things here. For example, Call of Duty Warzone, Asphalt Legends, both free games. Of course, with Call of Duty Warzone, I know like with Game Pass, you do get like some extra bonuses, whatnot. But it's still kind of like this retro classics thing is interesting. There's this service on console and PC called Stream. That's just this big old cloud streaming like classic game library thing. And Microsoft partnered with them to do specifically, basically that exact thing, but for games that Microsoft owns. So Activision classic games. They also have like small point click vendors like Sierra on there. So the fact that it's cloud based, I'm almost kind of like, why is this its own separate thing? Why can't you just incorporate these things in that Antstream cloud gaming platform? Instead, you have the Antstream thing and this retro classics thing. And just the fact that it's all cloud stream, and a lot of them are like these old ass Atari 2600 games.
No.
It's kind of a lame, to be honest. If it was an actual like native collection of these retro games, hell yeah, sure. But the fact that it's cloud streaming is like I mean, there's some good stuff.
Ridiculous.
Online, Stardew Valley, Payday 2, you have Fallout 4, Gears 5, Sonic, Batman Arkham Knight. But you know, it is definitely kind of like okay, get this general selection of games, and for the most part, it's some decent stuff. But you know, it's gonna rotate out here and there. You're not always gonna have the exact same game. At least with the monthly games on PS Plus, you just have to download them that month, and you just have them for as long as you have PlayStation Plus. Which is nice. However, I will definitely say for $10 a month, and for the tier that is all about online multiplayer. Firstly, gonna be honest, $10 a month just for online multiplayer, and that's a little sneaky. But they definitely try to make the cost worth it by including all this stuff. And I will say I do like having access to 50 or so pretty quality titles for the most part. I mean, like it's not bad, but I do think the monthly game lineup from PlayStation Plus is a bit more compelling, just because as long as you play those games, you can play them for as long as you want. They're yours. Xbox Game Pass, it's always kind of like, hey, this could leave at any moment, you know. The thing is with Xbox Game Pass,
Oh.
$2 a month.
Why is this so dumb?
Skyrocket to over 300 games. And I think it's a bit hard to kind of see, like, okay, so what's the main draw of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate? And at this point, it does kind of seem like it's the day one Xbox releases, Ubisoft and EA titles, and maybe some extra things here and there. So, for example, something like Hollow Knight Silksong that launched on Xbox Game Pass, but that was on day one, so that's a part of Game Pass Ultimate. But when you go up to Xbox Game Pass Premium, uh, it's not fair. So I can definitely understand why they wanted to increase that price after they made Call of Duty Day One on Xbox Game Pass. God damn, that Activision Blizzard acquisition is just gonna fucking kill us all, isn't it? What do I think of this lineup? Well, I think it is kind of hard to really be able to make much of this when it's 800 games or so, and you know you're just kind of going through all this crap, man. I will definitely say having EA titles is nice. I played A Way Out, It Takes Two on Xbox Game Pass. A Way Out is cool. It Takes Two is one of the best games ever made. And I do think having Xbox titles day one is nice, specifically because, and this isn't much of a compliment, because Xbox published games within the past 5 years or so have been incredibly disappointing, mediocre,
I can't take
or
the
just
cut.
flat out wrong. So being able to just try them as a part of a subscription you're already subscribed to, that's better than spending 60, 70, $80 on some of these games. Here's my
I
main
took the
take
cut.
on a lot of Xbox Game Pass is a great deal of customers want, because it's like, oh my god, I get access to all these games. My problem with this boils down to the fact that, like, yes, this is a great deal if you're playing a ton of these games. To be honest, a lot of these subscription services that I have,
I
it's not
took the cut.
much for the money I'm spending every month. There's some subscription services that I'm subscribed to that, like, I don't touch that much. So it's just like, yeah, I just flat out wasted that money. But I spend that money primarily because I like having that option in the background. And it is getting to the point where I'm like, this is a bit too much. Like honestly, like I should really just like cut this subscription, cut this one, cut that one, because it's like, what am I genuinely getting out of this? I'm not getting it. Xbox Game Pass is something where there's been like months where like I don't really play anything off of Xbox Game Pass. It's nice to know that it's there, but oftentimes I find that the selection of game, while it is quality, it hasn't really thrown me anything interesting for the past couple of years. Something where I'm going like, whoa, well, damn. I think probably the most surprising, interesting thing is like when Persona 3 Reload launched on Game Pass. Like that's something. In fact, I think all the Persona games when they came out on Xbox launched on Game Pass, which is really cool. But every time I scroll through the Xbox Game Pass catalog, I'm not really thinking like, damn, that's a part of this. Like a lot of it feels like it's kind of par for the course, you know. I see a lot of the same kind of faces. A lot of the games that you see partnering with Xbox and always available on Game Pass, that they always pop up at the Xbox press conferences. It's always kind of like a lot of these B tier, C tier games. They may not be bad, but it's also like you don't give a about them. Let me just take a look at this page right here. FBC Firebreak, Firefighting Simulator, Firewatch. I know Firewatch, but I've seen that on Game Pass for quite a while. Flintlock, Football Manager, For the King 2, Gang Beasts, that's been here forever. Frag Punk, Frostpunk. I've never heard of a lot of these games, and a lot of them look pretty okay, but they're just not that appealing to me. So I would probably say that Xbox Game Pass has like a wider variety of games, but I honestly do feel like PlayStation Plus has more of the heavy hitting games that I like and the games that I'm interested in. Xbox Game Pass has a lot of good stuff, pretty. But I find that Microsoft's persistent on putting day one games, at least on the Ultimate version, and having games available within a year on Game Pass Premium. I honestly find that that's kind of killing them in many ways, where they're just pumping so much money into the service that prices have to go up, but the value there, like even if they offer 1,000 games, here's my biggest problem. I'm not going to play even
What?
a percent of those games. Something like Netflix, in my opinion, works well because movies and TV shows, while you can 100% devote your entire attention to them, a lot of the time you want Netflix because it's a passive thing. You want to just be able to have Netflix going on in the background.
It's actually over.
TV shows, and maybe catch a glimpse of it or something. It's like, oh, that's interesting, or whatever. I love Tubi. Tubi is one of my favorite things of all time. It's a free streaming service.
I was.
But to be honest, sometimes when I'm scrolling on Tubi, I do kind of feel like a fucking loser when I'm on that app because like there's some
What
good
the
quality
fuck?
stuff on there, but then like another like 80% of it is like complete garbage nobody gives a fuck about anymore. But I love Tubi for that. But Netflix is like okay, like there's a lot of the big stuff or whatever. But yeah, just having that all there, especially like it can be kind of a passive experience. Um, I think that makes a subscription service for movies and TV shows make a lot of sense. It makes sense to have just like this never-ending supply. Video games, you're directly controlling them. It's kind of like when you're playing a video game, you sit down and you're making a 100% commitment to be like, I'm going to play this game. And a lot of people don't play a lot of games every year. Most people kind of play like a couple of games a year, and that's it. And I think having access to all these games for $30 a month, it only
Oh,
really
the
makes sense
thermal is
if
the
you
same
are just
thing.
blinded to these games constantly. And it kind of gets to a point that, like, if you want to do that,
And it's
sure,
already
Game
here.
Pass might be a great option for you. But you're gonna get to a point where it's just like there's really nothing else
Fuck
left to
you.
play. And if it's like if you find
I'm
a game
Super
that you
Sonic.
really love and you want to keep playing it over and over again, it makes more sense to just buy that game outright instead of staying on a Game Pass subscription. And to be honest, I have the exact same opinion about PlayStation Plus. However, at least PlayStation Plus is a little bit cheap. So overall, who wins? Nobody. These subscription services are killing us, bro. It is really sad to me to see Xbox constantly do these things where it's obvious we're never really going to go back to like those Xbox 360 days when Microsoft was really, really pushing things. They were really trying to be like king of the gaming industry. And they're still trying to do that now. They are trying to be king of the gaming industry, but not in terms of the console manufacturer. They just want to be everywhere and be on everything and be the best biggest publisher on every single platform. And that's whatever, but it's also like the Xbox was such a cool brand. It was such a cool thing to have an Xbox. It was such a cool thing to be passionate about Xbox. I love Xbox, but it's like there's nothing to love anymore. Yes, even at $30, there's a lot of value with Game Pass, but that value only really exists if you're genuinely going to play like hundreds of these games. And you're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Nobody has time to do all of that. So it's kind of just like, what are we doing here? The amount of money it would cost a year to subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate. I mean, I would suggest write down all the games that you played this year and be like, all right, are they on Game Pass Ultimate? It's cost standalone. Because for example, Game Pass Ultimate has all
I
the
was
games
almost on the fucking thing.
Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, which I can definitely get that game for like $10. And I just always own it. I don't need to connect online. I don't need to subscribe to anything. I have Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered from there on. Same for Far Cry Primal and Rayman Legends, all these Ubisoft games that you get. It's cool that they're here, but it's also like again, this is only really valuable to me if I'm going to play these games. And a lot of these games I already own physical copies of, or I've already played, or I've already bought them, or I'm just not interested in them. So comparing PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass, I definitely think PlayStation Plus has a lot of value there. I'm not 100% in love with it. Just some sprucing up. I don't like how they handle the Classics catalog, and I still think the subscription price is too high. Even though no, it's never gonna go down. But still, I do prefer PlayStation Plus at this point. I'm just more into the PlayStation exclusives. But I still value a lot of the Xbox Game Pass lineup. These prices are just absurd, and they don't make any sense unless you're playing a ton of new games. But either way, Sony, congratulations on being my favorite subscription service compared to Xbox Game Pass. So cheers to you. Actually, I'm not going to drink to that. I'm just going to drink because it's sad.
No. No. No.
the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. Nobody's happy with this thing. Either people are acting like it killed their firstborn, or they're willing to defend it to no end, and they're so sick of all the discourse surrounding this. Fellas, talking about video games here, it's not that deep. The first few months of the Nintendo Switch 2's existence,
Just give them
and
money.
then into
That's right.
March,
If prices are deep, just give them your money. What's not it?
there's always in between. I mean, there's some dumb crap with this thing, and I just kind of want to talk about what my thoughts have been on the Nintendo Switch 2 in the first few months on the market. I've talked about, a lot of the stuff surrounding what and all that. Remember, I talked about, the deal and the rack. Talked about everything I did surrounding the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2, what I thought about Mario Kart World so far too. But I haven't dived too deep into my thoughts on Nintendo Switch 2 itself. So keep in mind, this is just my initial thoughts on the first couple months of Switch 2 being a thing. And yeah, overall, I would say I like it, but man, there's been a ton of dumb garbage surrounding this thing. That's it's kind of made.
Oh, you can't let take it around.
It's exciting, like it should be, but that's also kind of just a matter of the fact of like where we are with Nintendo and the gaming industry and all that stuff. But, we'll get into that. Well, first, here's a message from somebody who paid us. Hi, my name is Scott, and I have such a thing for fresh, never frozen meals delivered directly to my doorstep under the name Factor. But I just haven't found anything that could scratch that itch. Oh, thank God! This video is sponsored by Factor. Hey, have you ever been hungry, but you just haven't had time to factor in cooking and cleaning? Or, hey, maybe just want to food. Well, Factor supplies dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. And now with their new expanded menu, eating well has never tasted so well, double the seafood and protein options, Mediterranean meals than ever before, and you can now swap out select protein options at no additional cost. Do you love chicken but hate pork chops? Swap it for free. They don't care. Just simply heat your meal, following their easy instructions, and you have restaurant quality food at your fingertips within minutes. Head to Factor75.com or click the link below. Use code STASHFP50. Get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code STASHFP50 at Factor75.com to get 50% plus free breakfast for 1 year. Are you still with us? Okay. Firstly, the system itself. I think it feels fine. One thing I really like about it is the more rounded kind of feel.
No.
It like this. I love the fact that the system itself is a little more improved with before. Well, the feel of the system is definitely like improved. I don't really think it's like substantially improved. I feel like a lot of it is mostly improved just based on the fact that it's just in general like yeah, it feels more comfortable to hold, but also at the same time it's more clumsy to hold because like if I'm moving this around the house and everything, it's kind of harder to just like it's one palm. That is why I'm a kickstand has a little handle, almost like how the GameCube had a handle, and works way better than it does anywhere. But the design system, it's fine. I don't really care. It looks nice and everything, like it just feels like a revised Nintendo Switch, and that's how a lot of stuff with the Switch do feel. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's easy to go online and make videos just like this one, where it's like, man, the Nintendo Switch dude is supposed to have a chill, look back at the old Nintendo consoles and stuff. Yeah, I think it's kind of unfortunate that, the eShop doesn't have music, and the UI looks basically identical to the Nintendo Switch 1. That is unfortunate, but
High school due to your shameful father. How many platforms have to kick you off before you realize you abused anyone that actually cares about you in a quest to please fat, disgusting, throw up crunchy men? I liked you all. I'm so sad. Yeah, Barsh and Munchie. You made fun of me in my presence while I opened my bed and hotel home to you all. I really wanted to be friends and played, and your dad threw the most embarrassing story back in my face about my dad and uncle. I never even told that story to Rich, but told Ben, and he told all of social media. I'm still sad because I do love you, Grace, and I do really like Ben. Not sure how this went so damn south. But maybe it was just Lalo, but I know I'm mentally unstable. But I'm sad I lost some of the only people who I thought could maybe understand me. I'm a hooker with a heart of gold that is viewed as shit on a toilet dodgy seat. I still love you and Ben and always will. I'm way fucked up without a mom or dad and thought you all could understand that. But joy is destined for a life without anyone who gets me. I will always love and adore you, Grace. I have to bitch now to save face. Otherwise, everyone sees me as a pathetic, unstable loser, which I am. At least my clients love me. Hi, emoji, in face. Faceplant emoji.
This is all no response.
Yes. Within like 10 minutes of eating. Still on. Yeah. Still. No, like this is like all within 10 minutes. Still auntie, and I would still have them all back. That's how pathetic I am. But I already miss my little sis, and I realized I got played because my older sister dad rejected me, and I won't ever have mom again. I will always love my little sis named Grace, but unfortunately, life made it too complicated for us to ever be friends. So now we can be lonely and alone with no love, only abuse in our lives. Hi, it's Grace. Then she sent me a screenshot of "Love the Way You Lie" by Eminem. He said, "Love the way you lie." She told me Rich is bringing me home early because this has been the most disturbing experience of my life. He forgives everything I said last night. Thank God I had to call my mother and want to get him to take my call. So I thought she was going home. Then, yesterday at 11:43 p.m., she texted me. I was mad emoji, at Lalo for agreeing. I was trying to be cool and agree with him. Yeah, anyone would be mad. I was trying to be cool and agree with him that you can't grade a hooker, but you actually can. Love you in bed, but I felt violated by the troll you all saw.
Oh, I was trying to agree with him, but
Sorry,
she didn't say
but
that.
I was, but now I feel better. I still love you both, but hey, everything went
That
so
was the
south.
only one saying.
I hate having that disrespectful cunt named Wallow in my
Sucks.
He sucks, Joy. Then she said, I do love Papa Bear, and you and Ava said I deserve to be great. So that's what I do. And then, I mean, there's a ton more messages, but basically I reached out to her. I said, I'm sorry about what happened with Wallow. I thought that was a joke. I'm sorry. And that is disgusting that you would do that. She said, like, it's okay. I'd love to see you in bed again, but not Wallow.
Now she hates the law.
Sorry, he went home. So that's where we're at with that right now. She's staying in New York until the 18th. And she has that hotel room until the 14th. Oh, and I think I should play the recording that Rich has.
Yeah.
So basically, Joy butt dialed him, and she left a voicemail when she was being allegedly assaulted. And so we do have the
What
recording of that.
evidence?
Let's see. Hey, again, I just want to say this is all alleged.
You only have audio.
This is what Joy is claiming.
You have to try. So exactly.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, I'll play it on Bluetooth. This is Rich's voicemail. Again, this is alleged from Rich. I don't know. Here it is. You can see she recorded a voicemail.
I love both of them. What is that?
At 12:37 p.m. November 10th. Or maybe a.m.
What the? Lalo? What is happening? Yes, that fine. What? I don't know where I go.
That's all the forensic evidence we have.
Mostly.
Apparently Lalo is quick with his strokes.
He's all about it. I couldn't even conjecture it.
So it's like chop shoes. Did anyone here know? No, I'll be honest.
Did anyone hear it? No.
I didn't hear really anything.
It wasn't anything.
I never heard someone clap.
Breathing.
There was some breathing for sure.
Sounded like some wretched and so. Did you hear that?
I did hear something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
so concerning.
I know Lalo brushes his tongue with electronic toothbrush and a contraceptive wrench. Lalo, Joy can't wrench.
No, she has no gag reflex.
She has no
So
gag.
that would indicate it.
So we would imagine that wrenching.
Yeah. Tori said Lalo really does like sex on 3 eggs. I mean, sounded like he was batting it on the keyboard. It's a strange voicemail for sure. I'm not gonna lie, that's it.
I could not tell you what.
Hard to parse out what exactly that for sure.
I'm not sure how the special victims unit would really take that evidence in. So
Yeah.
she does not claim to have any recollection of anything.
Yeah.
A little flat.
Lalo denies, although he does admit 2 things, okay? And I do think this is important. Lalo admitted on stream 2 things. Number 1, that she offered him a free job and that he said no. And number 2, that the day that we got there, the morning that Thorpe's arrived, me and my dad fell asleep. He went to the bathroom. She went into the bathroom with him. They told him, quote, nothing happened, right? So, that's all I know.
Weird to say to someone you actually know.
Right, and he said he agreed bit me. Oh. That's all the evidence we have. Hey, Joy. Sorry. Oh my god. You're all alone. You're all alone in your room. This is sad. Oh my god, can I share stream? Oh my god, guys, that's so nice.
Get on?
Joy. Did you see Lalo was such a piece of shit? We had to drop boot him at a random airport. I think that I got that. You're out of line, right? It's gonna be that like all this is happening with all the second I was they're like that stuff is like going to do it. Right? Well, I mean, I don't know if anything to the guts. You know what I mean? I don't need to worry about it. Super hard. Sure, I think all the songs are shit. I mean, I don't know. So I never would have tried like that. I thought it was true. She's not alone in bed. I want to share their things. I want to share things. Joy, I simply don't understand why it's embarrassing. What's the big deal? You got a little drunk. You got all views. Say that. But maybe you just got confused. Well, I don't really want to trust with the bar. I mean, I'm so hungry. Maybe I was thinking about like a car. Yes, I do remember that, yeah. You just kind of caved over. You kind of bent over. The Bentley, eh? Bed bugs. Joy. It's like so absurd. It's embarrassing. It's not like the way I want like you really see. It actually now like I can see why. Like I can go with it. I'll let you say. But for well, I'm speaking. Yeah, but Joy, I mean, I have crashed out so many times. I've said things that didn't. I'm like, it's literally no big deal. Um, I never did accuse the arbor thing, but I did say that Lola grabbed my thigh on the table after I had rejected him, which was true. So I did call him a sex pest.
Right, we love false revalidation.
Yeah, I saw that one. Love Grace because she's a cute little Join us to the same they said, cute, but that's not something so much. So you weren't sure about whether it happened or not, but Rich's timeline sort of made you believe it a little bit more.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, but to be honest, a lot of people knew you were kind of fucked up. So, like, nobody was really sure how it was going to shape up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's anything to be super worried. She had a great time, you guys. Your concert was so sad, but it was so sad. I'm like, like, I want to like do myself, and I'm so mad. I want to go off to the ground. Stupid thing. Because literally, like, she was staying on my Twitter. Yeah, I wasn't staying. Wow. While I was audition was my intention. I just confused. Because my husband convinced me when I didn't know. I thought that was it. I don't remember me. I remember like between when like the last thing I never maybe I can go. Woman was like I was recording this story. Oh, we did it, and now I realize it's like I'm 40, Richard is 70.
Oh,
We're basically unintentionally putting on a change. 22. Yeah, like sure, and the old phones, and that's why I feel bad. But I was going to be the one that doesn't make mistakes like that. Like, I don't. Well, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Do you think you pulled me aside at the Victorian Hall skeletons? Yeah. Yeah, and you pulled me aside and you just told me like I fucked them all. That's what you said to me.
oh,
Was that true?
she said, I don't know. What a slam.
Probably. Yo. So I'm saying rubbish. Jealous. Everyone got pretty jealous. No, I think jealous if I got to I just didn't bring back. Can I ask you a question? Did when you like got drunk, like first of all, I want to say that I was just nervous because of the Ruby thing, and I just didn't know you very well, so I was like, okay, if you are sort of like freaking out, I want to give you some space because the last time with Ruby it didn't go well, as we all know. But you're not Yeah, so I was just like, okay, I don't really want to be in like a bad situation, maybe if you want some space, but I don't think you're a violent person. But I wanted to ask you, is that just kind of what happens when you get drunk? Because I get drunk and I say crazy shit and like I freak out, and then the next day I think, oh my god, I should have done that or whatever. But like, is that like, was that just like a typical kind of blowout, or was that like not blowout? Because I wasn't sure. You know what I mean? So your connection's a little unstable, but I heard you said, yeah, that is like 100% drunk. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, 100%, 100%. That's why I shouldn't drink. Like, because everyone's always said my entire life, once they start drinking, like, Joel, you sober and you're a good person, if you're drunk, you have a lot of it. And you go, like, no one is controlling you, and so, like, out there. And nothing time I say
No.
off my dog on terrible day. So I love a lot of fun. Oh, you're saying you're terrible. You're terrible. I sure create a car over a friend because once he tried to front of her and I was drunk, ran over her. Sky. Really? I said, don't block me. I was really bad, but stuff like that. Did he did he get injured? No. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Well, I just want you to know, Joy, that I didn't take any of it personally. I didn't like. I just thought it was interesting. I was trying to be there for you, but like it's not. Yeah. I mean, it's not what I'm trying to change. It's why I see it. So, I was wondering, when you were drunk, you were saying a lot of stuff about Rich. Should we be concerned? Yeah, or I always
Wow. Rich takes all my money.
yeah. I figured that I wouldn't should.
He makes me be a
You were letting a lot of stuff out. So, so once I had told them everything over and over.
How's she saying the exact opposite? I'm done.
Like flip flop, and I regret myself. I hate that. Can I ask you a big well, can I ask you just like a really sort of personal question? Yeah. You said you've been a hooker for 13 years and you hated it. Is that true? No, no. Honestly, there's a lot of like feelings of like where you okay. I was always kind of like well like in perspective, because I don't know how education, I don't know if it has one with the other one. So yeah, I was thinking like that like so it's like this but I like well now my insurance but never so many expense and rent twice and the general. Yeah, yeah, no, I hear you. Mhm. Yeah. It's just that like a lot of people in my chat, they're new to you guys, right? So they were wondering like, are you in an abusive relationship? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were still sort of tweaked out at that point, so I think we were just like, you needed to sleep. You fell asleep before we left. Remember? I don't know if you remember. But you were like, wake up, guys, don't go, and then you just fell asleep on your bed, and we were like, okay, let's let her sleep. You know what I mean? I think so. Yeah, I think so. For a little while, but yeah, basically that's it. Yeah. Joy. You're a great character. I just want to say that, like, you're great content. You put it out there for the camera. I try to do the same thing. I'm not even at your level, bitch. Like, you need to embrace this side of yourself. It's very real. It's very raw. Who do I know? You So, but Sean, you're generous, you're nice, you're fun, you're willing, you're down for anything. Like you have a lot of positive qualities that people don't realize. I know. Say that. I mean it. No, you were generous. You were paying for things. Like it was crazy. You were genuinely very generous. I can put up with them for 2 weeks. Yeah, really sure that I think it's this like the rest of us. Like
She smokes cigarettes.
no. Sure, like so about Lala, right? You took any of the allegations seriously, but can I ask you, like, what's like? I think there must have been something there to kind of make you think that maybe something happened. Like, was there tension? Was there a vibe there of like? Well, Mhm. Set, but yeah.
I believe that. Well, he's trying to get. It's like,
Forms coming out, but I will text you, okay? It's like it's getting a worry. I can barely hear you, but I will text you. And we're planning to be in New York City tomorrow, okay? So keep yourself posted. Nice to talk to you again. Bye. Thank you to Joy for calling in, saying hi again. Rich says, admittedly my bad, but my number one priority. Do whatever necessary to keep Joy safe. Rich, you faked essay allegations.
right.
Buddy. Yikes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all.
So I've been getting a lot of support in DMs. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. I know I'm gonna keep a straight face because I'm a cyborg. Oh my god. So I don't know what to feel. I'm so stressed out by a lot of things happening at the same time that I cannot even be upset. I spent $300. If anybody wants to make it up to me, there you go. Damius, $300. I was reading in the chat because I wasn't able to watch that you weren't actually gonna give me the 300 for the gay club stuff. In which case, what the hell?
I really would like to get Lala to play tonight. That's like, you know, now the friendly. Those places are usually pretty chill, like on a Monday night. Yes, this decor is crazy. Like if I was your pimp, you were my gay prostitute, right? And everyone knew that. We might as well have conflict, or vice versa. It's strange. Thanks for the slice.
These are the bartenders at Flex.
I want to go to the one that says laid back.
It's that one.
The penis thing?
This is Flex.
Dude.
This is the one that said
Dude.
Okay, so the Flex Gay Nightclub opens at 4 p.m. Lighting.
A lot like you wouldn't let a guy buy you a drink. Okay, probably fine. I think it'd be fun to go to like it's a Monday. You go to a gay bar. It's gonna be like nothing going on.
Exactly.
It'd be funny. You need to skip Monday.
I wish I could have
It's a dick.
It's
I mean, I will make the
raining
allocations
men.
the other way. To me, it makes sense. The guy gets you one drink, 20 bucks. The next drink, 40 plus the 20. Third drink, we're up to 80. See, this is about the lot, right? And then it's apart. I'm wondering what happened. Why your ass? Oh, can't make that bad.
Funny.
I'm just like, George just made $2,000. I do it, but I'm too old. Yeah, I'm not pretty like I used to be. Not in the rowing scene anymore. I'm not. I don't think I've just died. Desire gay girl, just gay young.
You're about to be a sugar daddy.
Yeah, hey, I'm not gonna pay for. I'll pay
He's
for
poor.
it.
He's poor.
I'm not even gay. I'm not gonna cover for $5.
Join moving in with Lalo's parents.
Who do you think's the most attractive? You gay?
I guess I would say that the darker guy. The darker guy.
He's the best looking. What about Kane? Hey, karaoke tonight. Gay karaoke. Well, I don't know if it's gay, but join the Red Light District Go-Go Boys for a night of poetry.
Okay, here we go. All right. Let's go with smoke.
Wet meat alert. Didn't bother to fall Saturday. So you rolling out here. You know, this place is up to 4 o'clock.
Really?
Very hard, had an aneurysm, and she basically is saying that Rich took all of her money
Yeah,
That
she
she-
told me that.
that she got from working.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those guys said it only really picks up at 1 a.m. Oh, that's good. So we can have little conversations with guys out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Little friends we make.
This place is perfect. And if it had karaoke, it'd be all
Okay.
this place is open.
Well,
We could potentially be here for 8.5 hours.
guys, we can
Locked in. Can you imagine living above like me? Smoking everything.
These apartments are crazy.
8.5 hours. You want to make it? Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's just like what I'm saying is it's not a bad place to be. Oh, I think it would be better if it looks like kind of like you're leaving.
I'm gonna put the selfie stick away.
Well, this is Lalo's night to shine.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, what is streaming at the end? Let's see.
Is Joy in there? Mama Talbot's hard-earned cash just went towards her daughter paying someone to use her for sex and money.
Part of this settlement is interesting. She wants to be part of the training for correction officers.
We need straight up torture brought back.
I'm fairly clean insanity by thread.
Yeah. Don't.
Like Edward Mashup. And Samuel Palmer.
Talking about literally beating his parents to death with a baseball bat.
This sort of stuff is going to spiral you into like the relapse that everyone is expecting. Keemstar was right.
So, if you guys didn't know, Ruby went on a lolcow live associated show called Lolcow Test.
Test is one of the only like spin-off shows that I tune into.
Not true.
regularly.
Test is terrible.
Show.
Test
watch
is
scenes anymore.
awful.
Can I
Hold
just
on,
say
one
that's
second.
not true? She watches all the
She
shows.
does. She's in Cafe Today.
Fiend that she is. I don't really watch it anymore. I don't
Yeah.
really watch them.
It's not
That's
true.
just a clear sign you are.
It's not true.
And plus, no one asked.
She was in the
if no one
boss
asks you,
chat. She was
you
in the
want to say
cafe
this.
chat.
And what do you want to say? I'm above this whole.
Yes,
thing.
yes, right.
And you're not. You would do all the stuff you've done before. Prostitution. You would spread your legs. You would take it up the ass. Everything you've done before. You would take fentanyl on stream. You don't give a fuck about anything. Obviously,
Yeah, she does this with us as well. I don't
you
really
would
watch their
fucking sell
content.
your
Oh,
mother
they're
down
funny.
the river to get 5 minutes on this show. You're juiced and excited. You've been preparing
Yes.
all day to lie and manipulate and get your fucking ass handed to you by Keemstar.
You guys don't know about this stalker named Ruby. She gets obsessed with people, like so obsessed. She's been obsessed with Grace for God forever. You do all this shit, bro, and then you just play fucking victim. You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
You're a fucking weirdo.
There's not a fucking thing that comes to your mouth that's truthful. You're trying to
Go fuck yourself.
get her off my check. Get her off my
And now,
Get her off my
noise.
And you fucking love it. You do it all over again.
Killer Tony, I
Yes, she did. She went back.
because she's
Again.
obsessed. There's no
Recently.
real reason. This doesn't look good for her. She said she'd never go on a lolcow show ever again, and then went on one. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, it makes perfect sense. She's an attention whore. I
Because of
told
her
her.
body.
I literally, you can get the clip. I told her to watch out for this. In 10 or 15 years,
Mhm.
she manifested it in a year.
Yeah, you
The
said
kooky lady with the crazy necklace, the kooky glasses,
yes.
who scares the children in the library. I'm just saying to preserve yourself from becoming this like zany middle-aged lady with a good necklace and like
That's inevitable. We've already
full
established.
frame.
Where-
It's like, hey,
wait,
I'm at the
this-
library.
this-
She manifested it in a year. The other thing I said is you should consider celibacy. But
Being
what's
like
all these
free.
hours spent bouncing on a dick? What's the point?
It wasn't.
How much
It was one
validation
guy.
do you need?
It was
like,
one
been
guy. No, it
18
wasn't. It was
years.
the whole roster.
Sexual partner.
Like,
Nothing to show.
it was one
It's been
time.
18
It wasn't
years.
one time. You did it one time with one guy and one time with
It's
Chris.
18
Another-
years. It's not gay. You're done. Ruby, it's fine. Dating is obviously not. You've done it for 18 years. Zero shows. Just call it and just take the L and move on.
Hey, my OPC done. I don't see it on the street. What?
So what is she doing? Having sex with a, random guy she barely knows
Mm.
and calling it monogamous. Like she's done both of those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should have taken my fucking advice. This is humiliating. I mean, she's walking around this cross. Like, I fully expect it to, like, burn a hole right through her entire carcass. But it's her way of saying, I have a boyfriend.
This is from Dalmatian Dog. Little plastic container here. I'm never taking it off. Lock down a man. I'm gonna buy a house. We're gonna start a family.
Down
Yes,
the fan.
So sad.
It's so sad.
Do you want to take a gander at what that piece of jewelry costs?
$15 on
I
Amazon.
think $15, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, when it's gone, we're gonna know.
She flushed it down the drain.
That's sad.
That was the thing she flushed.
What happened to D-Dog? I haven't seen him. He's taking a break from YouTube. There's been a lot of attention and speculation that even I'm not used to. So
I fucking watched her assault Lalo. I thought, all right, that makes sense. I too would beat the shit out of someone talking shit on a dead family member of mine.
That's
Now
not.
I don't know why I watched Ruby beat the shit out of a fucking
Right, that's not.
allegedly gay man. Now it doesn't seem justifiable to me in my head because she fucked a guy who also talked shit on her dead brother.
Yep.
But she's
Mhm.
not cool.
But it's okay. But
And family in that way is absolutely disgusting. You call me a fool.
Based on the things that you've said and done, you don't think they were foolish?
No.
Shouldn't be spoken about. It's something that's very, very tragic, traumatic to Ruby to often.
But the more you talk about how traumatic it is, the more people dig into it. So
Yeah.
people are sick online. They say sick shit. I've probably gotten used to it, but sometimes it does. It does get to a person.
I've said nothing. I've said nothing bad. It's all very context dependent. Well, I know. I learned something. I learned something. Well, I'm not gonna talk about fucking a chicken the ass or this or that or what you shit. Sounds like you turned me away. That's what I'm already something about. I should actually other guys in your mom see the fucking what that dude said. Hey, he said the house mom can't come out tonight. I'm gonna be knocking down that dude that said that shit about your son.
But I'm fuck too. Not gonna lie. Okay, so getting into the real meat of it all, the real ends, he immediately ends the stream, and we're backstage. Not even a second of the stream being ended, he said, "Well, thank you for flirting with me, Kalish. You mean the guy that called you a prostitute and talked about your brother and lied a bunch about you? You're gonna believe that guy?"
I'm sorry, guys. I should have. Not interested because there is no reason. It's not right. There's no actual reason. What is Ruby's reason? Talking out her brother? She fucked the last guy and made fun of her brother. It sucks that his crash out of me is public and that people have that perception of him is like their main perception, but I think it'll just take time and I don't know. I'm not worried about it. We're happy.
We're happy.
And it's good.
I'm not worried
So-
about it.
After a very long, stressful, strange month it's been in Rubyland, the special guest himself, the rumors are true. D-Dog is on his way to fucking New Haven right now. What made you finally decide D-Dog was the one?
We all actually know what it was that turned her on. Dalmatian Dog posted on his YouTube community post, "I'm happy Aaron's brother died/is dead. God wanted that to happen.
Wow.
God is good."
Dalmatian Dog is driving something like 10 or 12 hours. The last time they got together, they had sex on the first night.
Well,
despite
not
never having seen each other before, other than for an hour or so. I don't think they even basically get along. I mean, how could you have sexual intercourse of some sort with a woman and the next day refuse publicly to buy her a piece of toast?
Avocado toast, please.
Okay, can we make another order? Another order? Can we make 2 orders? Yes, please.
I mean, can I just ask a question here? If she's trying to flex the relationship, like I have a guy who wants to have sex with me,
Yeah.
she's
That's
aware of how
crazy. He wouldn't
ludicrous it
even
is
buy
to
her
use
avocado
Dalmatian
toast. That's
Dog as
nutty.
that guy, right? Like,
She's not 22. So
yeah.
what to you might seem silly is to her, she's hanging on by a thread. So she wants
Okay.
to do what Grace does, except better than her by actually like sitting on dicks. So she's going to outdo you in the way that a desperate old lady tries to outdo a younger woman.
Sup, Chuck? We're live on iPhone.
Yeah.
So, just taking care of some stuff around Ruby's apartment.
D-Dog, you look nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I am
I'm so nervous.
D-Dog looks
Honestly.
terrified.
I absolutely didn't feel that. That's not true.
We're monogamous.
We're monogamous.
And that's it. Bruh. So weird, man.
The kiss really shocked everybody.
Oh, why?
Yeah, why?
That's crazy.
Who is this man? This is Dalmatian Dog, who is
boyfriend. Also, no, it's not an ex of Grace Thorpe. That's fake news. They met once. Did he want to date Grace? Probably at one point. Yeah, he was Grace. And he denies this fact, but I think it's obvious. Taylor Laguna says, gross. Yeah, we've all had low points and simped for,
That
you know,
never
most of the
happened.
bitches.
It's a fabricated story. It's simply made up. I've already the one that wanted to have sex with Grace.
Well, there is some merit to that. At one point, 100 pounds ago, yes, I said that if I was blackout drunk,
They're fighting over me,
I said if I was
guys.
blackout
They're actually fighting over
I was like, like super hating. Oh my god, low hate. Like they're just trying so hard. And it's like, I don't know. Maybe
I
try.
swear to God, Thorpe Talk turns her on. This bitch is obsessed. I swear to God, Thorpe Talk turns her on.
More practice. Alright, guys, we're gonna go practice.
There is a chat. Wow.
Oh, it looks terrible.
Why do they keep referring to it as practice?
Because
What do they practice?
they're practicing for showing it on camera.
Aren't they practicing the real thing?
What do you mean?
You.
Grace is jealous that Ruby has such a beautiful necklace now.
Anyway.
And she's always with the Zin stuff now.
Yeah, it's
Lola, are you angry that Grace is always wearing Adam's jacket?
true.
Is that
That's why he's
crazy?
taking on alcohol.
Great. He's going some bars.
We've both been talking about the jacket situation as many others have. He mentioned her an additional 30 times in the last 5 minutes since I mentioned. Yeah, we can rant and rave about those people forever. It's a psychotic situation.
Oh, okay. Let's have. We have
All right.
21 people here now. Everyone left. I guess.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I break in here and they couldn't, and then they broke his back and that's
Christ, dude. T-Dog went downstairs to get something from his car and saw his like entire back window was like smashed in. And I guess he left his wallet in his car, so now that's
And I
stolen.
guess he left his
The
wallet
New
in
Haven
his
police
car.
and
What
the
do you mean?
Epsler government can break this out for me. Animals they are. There needs to our legal system needs to be more towards geared towards. It needs to be more towards. We need
It needs to
to
be more
torture
towards.
around that.
You're geared towards.
The
it
officers
needs
should be
more-
much more aggressive in these places.
Thank you, Montero, for the $2.
I would treat all the citizens of. If I was a police officer in New Haven, I would treat every citizen here like they were absolutely worthless, because they all are.
But give us an idea of why lawmakers are expressing war over what's happened, Rock.
Robbie Talbot was somebody who had diagnosed mental illnesses, had a criminal record that was all, misdemeanors. It was criminal. But because of his illness, he did not abide by conditions of probation, and he was violated. He was jailed at William Adams Correctional Center. He refused one day to leave a shower. He had a bit of a breakdown. He was sprayed with pepper spray twice in the shower, again in an elevator, and again finally in a cell. And he also was physically restrained, and he died. And his mother sued, and is about to get a big settlement, but she wants to use that to help similarly situated people. She also, part of this settlement is interesting. She wants to be part of the training for corrections. So that's
Bring back lashes. Oh yeah, bring back hardcore torture. Absolutely. You think they'd smash windows if they knew they were going to be viciously tortured? Well, they'll bring back torture eventually. Where will we get liberated of this fucking dystopia with this crook Epsler government? And we'll bring back torture, and we'll actually have a safe world where people's cars don't get broken into, and you can leave your door unlocked and not
No justice.
worry or
No peace.
yeah.
Oh, the New Haven police. No justice. No peace.
Can you mute for a second? Will you mute?
Isn't that
Yeah, just
crazy?
mute for a second.
D-Dog car get broken into, and her response is fuck the police. A retard.
All right. Well, the New Haven Police Department and government. Where are you? You are all criminals, so you should all be fired, or even past that, in my view. Far past that. This place is a slum ghetto trash. I would never live here. Because I'm not a fucking loser. We'll see if the New Haven Police Department has any brains in their heads or not.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped raging about New Haven criminals and how everyone deserves to die.
The politicians need to see what this is like.
They do. There's no one.
They don't give a fuck.
his car has ruined his life.
You should live in a place that's safe enough to
Yeah.
to leave your stuff in your car at night and know that it's not going to get burglarized. I've shaved for days. I have taken a shower.
I loaded up with criminals here. The cars are getting broken into. They're getting burglarized.
Titus, thank you for the $20. Get up with is unemployed at almost 30 because they know he isn't an adult mentally. They will take care of him until they're dead. Pavilion says, Ruby, you could do way, way better than this man Shackleton.
Ruby takes care of his family, and I take care of Ruby. That's how the situation goes.
Shameful Connecticut government. Absolute sorry criminals. That's who it is.
It's pathetic. Should be ashamed of themselves. The government here. It's sad. It's very sad. Wow, plenty of viewers.
Yeah.
All the viewership. We're only here for Ruby. Oh, that's nice, Gal. That's nice to say. All right, you take this back.
Oh, thank you so much, Titus, for the $10. Albin's looking really cute. Recommend you get rid of D-Dog ASAP. Yeah, well, it appears as though he is going to be driving home in the next couple days, maybe even tomorrow. Titus is a great supporter of the channel. Absolutely, absolutely. It makes all the difference because I did. A lot of people are not happy. It needs to be like tough to do here, Aaron. It needs to be clear. No. Yes. You just don't understand that it's not clear here. It goes all the way down. Titus, you don't know him and he's acting erratically. Get him out of your home. Well, he's going to be journeying himself home a lot sooner than anticipated, so I just need to front him the gas money. You just said you're struggling with money, and now you're going to give him gas money to get home? Exactly. Yeah. Huh. Thank you, Gobbleday, for the $2. He's gonna just take off with your money and never pay it back if you don't have a sit down with him. He's using you. It's time to stand up for yourself.
You're talking about me?
Yeah.
I wish. You think this woman has a lot of money? Yeah, right.
What?
Visiting some criminal, homeless, drug-infested rat's nest of a misery city.
Exactly.
They need to catch criminals.
Did your mommy figure out your schedule?
They need to catch criminals.
Did
They
they
need
give you
to...
a map to get home?
Have you talked to your mommy yet?
Well, I was gonna introduce her Saturday, but that's.
So we probably need harsher punishments for criminals in this country. I believe that's what I believe in. Absolutely. Don't leave Ruby to meet her mom. I'll be like the Thorpes if I meet her mom. Unfinished, you are the most annoying person to interact with. Lawless says, break one of Ruby's windows. It's no big deal, remember? Dino, you made Ruby intensely uncomfortable. But she'll never break up with me ever. So,
Ever?
It'll never happen.
This is true. D-Dog broke up with her.
Thank you so much. Titus is like most of those donuts. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. We'll get this guy home safely. Chat, whoever brought up North Korea, like, stop.
Mr. Kim handles North Korea how President Trump should handle America. That's what I believe.
Can we move there?
Would you want to?
Yeah, let's go.
Would you
I
want
already have
to?
been learning Korean. I can, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Alright.
Yeah, would you want to? You got what?
Just bring them with me or kill them. So, we're both a little tired. It's been a long day. So, we're going to try to entertain you, but also probably rely on Content House to react to. There's some pretty crazy moments.
She could, Grigsby get somewhat better than Waldo.
Cartoon or devil or dog or cat.
But okay, if we're gonna smoke, you have to be on this side because I don't know. I can't deal with the smoke all the time. It drives me crazy. I'd appreciate cash apps if anyone has any extra money. You need to cash out me. Although I won't take your money. It's the problem.
Is that dog fun?
Take money from Ruby Chat? Would you, like, as a man, would you take money if this person offered?
This person.
Hell yeah, I take Ruby's $4. That's terrible. That's horrible to say. This is simply her modeling money, you know?
Yeah, don't you say we're both models? Are you guys confused?
Yeah, I'm sort of like a high level model. You're kind of like, well,
She's already going to provide for you. Why need a measly cash out?
thoughts? All providing for me? Yeah, were you able to provide thousands of dollars?
Yeah.
Oh, you're all
The
over.
gas, the tea.
I have access to infinitely more resources. I've built tremendously more than you have here.
Thank you, Titus, for the $20. He's disrespecting you in your own home. Kick his jobless, immature, mommy's boy's ass out. I have literally gotten to that point many times, and we'll see. Let's see what happens.
You're very good at coping.
The only reason I cut you so much slack is because I genuinely think you're like debilitatingly mentally ill.
Yeah, okay.
You know that to be true.
No, I know that to be completely false.
Oh, because you live in a delusion. So even if I tell you how I feel, you will say it's otherwise. Okay.
I'm truthfully not sure how connected to reality you are. You're aware I've never tried fentanyl, right?
Oh,
He deserves to be shamed, Ruby. Lose the creep. It's not cute anymore.
he's like, you
It'll
doing
make you
fentanyl.
stronger. Facing it,
Better
no
than
one
you.
person in
Better
your life
than
makes you act like he is right now. Exactly, Ava.
Yeah,
Fucking exactly.
I need to go face some adversity. Smoke crack and smoke some, and face some hardships in life like Ava and Ruby. Then I can become stronger.
Or you could just try being a man and getting a job. Lo, I agree. This is fucked. He's very mentally troubled.
Well, looks like things are going good with you guys.
Ruby, you know this isn't gonna work. Kick his ass. He's insufferable. Why does Titus never call in? Says Lala. Is she too drunk? I'm for Ruby, and you're demeaning her.
Women had self-respect. I know, and I feel like I'm losing self-respect every minute.
You looking gave her avocado toast, says Titus.
I'm sorry. He's so retarded and definitely not coming back to the again. So,
Where's low?
shit, I'll go.
3 days.
There she is. It is what it is. Whatever. Alright, Grace wants so badly to be included. Like, well, I don't know if this is really okay.
Yeah, very good.
Great Grace be content. Yeah, so would fucking stabbing each other. But if she wants to encourage violence in her local area, then I suppose we could go that route, Grace. We're actually not that far away, and we've got wheels and plenty of mental stability to go around. But I hope you guys do have a good rest of your night. Just like, yeah, I get it. It's competent. It's fucking YouTube, whatever. Make the best of Halloween, whatever. But at the same time, do that.
Ever.
More respect. Treat her like the fucking thing that she is. Realize that not a lot of women would put up with what you have to give. So be appreciative of her. That's all I gotta say. But love you guys. Shout out to the chat. We'll be right back.
Let me have a look at chat. How are you, gamer?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Halloween.
Yeah, I was serving the trick-or-treaters at one.
Oh, it's backwards. Oops.
Ruby said 5 minutes rolled into it.
Thank you for joining us, Wild Gamer. Nikki, awesome guest, awesome panelist. Thank you too.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Good night.
I know people are losing respect for me, and it's like,
Ah!
I know, it's like, I'm just having to wait if it's worth it. You've ruined your reputation already, Ruby, so my father making, what are you talking about? I used to work in a mental health center, okay? I had a schizophrenic brother. I truly believe, he has persecutory delusions, and is a covert narcissist of sorts. Yes, Ruby, cry to your cat for help. That's the solution. Who said anything about crying? You're the one crying in chat like a bitch. I don't know. I don't like breaking people's hearts.
Breaking people's
own
hearts. Her heart's broken.
Retarded.
Her heart's broken.
It's just one of the million reasons why I was celibate. I just
Celibate.
don't having feelings for someone, but kind of knowing it's like a doomed situation, but you just can't like. Welcome back, everybody, to Thorpe TV and ThorpeTube. We got Dad back. Welcome to Rudog literally gets flushed down the toilet. Ruby is live now and has taken her necklace, $100, quoted $100, and literally
flushed it down the toilet. Flushing it
Which you can't do. You can't flush jewelry down the toilet, which everyone
Nope.
knows who's an adult in America except this moron.
She doesn't respect the rules with toilets or anything else.
The little cross is sitting there at the bottom of her toilet, right? So every shit is gonna now like end up like this. She said maybe I could pawn it. Think she should go travel to the Louvre, donate it as possible replacement for the crown jewels. Real class act here.
Real class act. There's already shit.
I mean, everyone saw what happened. They saw the dysfunction. It's just like it's the
dysfunction.
little long shot of a relationship to start with, and it's just so obviously not possible. The man is very unwell. I'm unwell in my own ways. He lives in a delusion.
Everybody lives in a
And,
delusion.
like, that's dangerous at this point. It's dangerous if I'm with someone who's that out of reality. Because it's like, okay,
that's why
if you don't get sleep for a couple days and really think that I'm a spy or that my mom's a spy or something, and that combined with all the violence, nonstop bloodlust, it's concerning. Yes, he just pursued me pathologically, insanely for long enough that I developed feelings. I guess.
I don't think that
Oh
anyone,
shit, I'm retarded.
whether they're sympathetic to her generally or not, is sympathetic to the situation.
No.
I mean,
The more
you know who
focus
Dog
on
is.
the more you focus on this, the L you take. You can't claim to be a victim of this. You yourself said this is stupid. The whole time you were there, it looked stupid and dysfunctional, and then he's gone, and it's stupid and dysfunctional. You're an idiot.
You invited somebody over who you said was crazy, and ended up being crazy. It wasn't even good content.
He tried to turn me into his mommy. Yeah. I think he got her to pay for everything when he was there.
Like he talks all the time about how I'm tremendously poorer than him. Yet whose card was he using to pay for everything this whole fucking time?
So you're a mark.
And then when he
too.
finally did get
so
access to money, he was
you're
like,
a mark
"Okay,
too.
do you want me to pick up some Red Bull?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe he's gonna try to pay me back by getting some Red Bull." Yeah, just cash at me and I'll go pick it up. Fuck you, dude.
Just cash.
You tell her she's broken, and that he's like got resources.
And
Okay,
then apartments and
you
shit.
gotta give him the W on that one.
Yeah.
So he got
then
free
he
pussy,
fleeced you for your
not
money.
pussy, but free like low level ex-spent drug addict pornographer pussy. Okay, but still, it is technically pussy. And secondly, she paid his bills.
That's crazy.
She paid for everything while giving him free pussy. So like that's actually a big L for her. I think it's an L for him, but it's like a way bigger L for a woman to say, "Come over to my house, use my pussy, I'll pay for everything."
Am I a retard?
Why do you insult me and how much of a brokey I am and how much my town sucks? I do give him the W on that level.
But what I wanted to point out, which we're not addressing, Mama Talbot just paid because we know Ruby doesn't have money.
Yeah.
Mama Talbot's hard-earned cash from raising a drug addict son who committed a crime and got himself killed by COs.
Yeah.
Mama Talbot's hard-earned cash just went towards her daughter paying someone to use her for sex and money. How are you parenting?
Car fixed next day. Good job out of here.
I mean, it's
I got my window fixed. You paid the bills.
yeah.
Out of here.
He's blocked everywhere.
You can see and
Maybe
I'll definitely get you back, bitch.
friend, but I get what.
Through the window.
It's serious.
You can get you back, bitch. She was paying for everything.
I don't need a rich person. I don't give a fuck, honestly.
Ruby dumped him? Yeah, that's what she's saying.
No, she didn't.
She did it.
She said he left. She didn't say I told him to.
She said we didn't have a breakup. He just left.
So you broke up with no, he left.
So let's say you
He's
broke
gone.
up. No, he
Yeah,
left.
it's over. He's blocked everywhere for now, and
He of course plays this game saying I blocked him. That doesn't mean take off. Okay.
Right. And if you get dumped, you give your pussy up. You pay him to fuck you, basically. Dalmatian dog.
Oh,
Dalmatian dog, Vinny Boy,
Gigolo.
and then you get dumped by him, and you're coping about it on stream, and this is supposed to flex on me that you have more life experience, and I don't understand romantic relationship.
Yeah.
You'll grow up a little bit.
You just got used by an autistic, mentally ill 28-year-old, homeless, jobless idiot.
Yeah.
For sex and money.
It doesn't get much worse than that, honestly. It's not going to get better. So let's just.
This is one of the worst L's in recent memory.
I actually think what's going to happen here with Ruby, we're going to see relatively soon. I mean, she loops, but this is going to actually put her in a different loop. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of self-destructive behavior.
Yeah, we are.
What the fuck? Why am I so hard?
Well, yeah, I mean, as of right now, we're broken up, but we've also broken up and gotten back together. This is the first time I've never, like, I flushed the necklace down the toilet. I'd maybe open to be friends, but, I mean, D-Dog has said, like, basically break up with him every day, and he just doesn't believe in it. Yeah, I hope that I can maintain the strength, he's probably going to be wanting to get back together. Or not believing we're broken up. I just don't know what's going to happen in that regard. I think we should have a period of, like, just not talking to each other. And then maybe we can be friends someday when things are cool. I don't know. It would be something to, like, if he was very apologetic or something. If it was working on some level, obviously. We provided each other, like, very intense companionship.
Very intense
Maybe bestest
companionship.
friendship. Long distance friendship is just fine. I don't know if you can see the shirt, but D-Dog left this behind. It says North Korea is for lovers. This is my fourth Bud Light. That's a lot for me. Where should go forward? We should go back celibate. Great. And there's wheat.
I'm off the track.
Apologies for freedom. I can't handle this. Oh, say can you? It's not so easy.
I'm off the track.
I hope you get home okay. Alright, I don't care about this anymore. I'm gonna go out and some fun. Alright, this is the going out look. I'm kind of wearing the same outfit, but I put on because it was even a little like if we're already going out with the top, we may as well have some red bottoms. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, Chad. Alright, Chad. Thanks. It's funny. Chad's bartending. How about that? Chad is here to serve. It's
funny if she wants to change in your body. It's funny because when I want Chad, it's just the service now. I'm starting back your mom.
I just feel like he's gonna be in a true crime documentary. Like he talked about literally beating his parents to death with a baseball bat. He expressed that to me, and I still invited him over.
So Ruby hit a new low on her stream the other day with her ass dance. So you're using this as an excuse to plunge back to relapse sexually, right? You don't really like. I get that you do the sexy thing, but like this is a low, obviously. And the lesson to be learned from this, Ruby is she participates in a delusion. It's okay. Women get confused. And then the lesson she learns is like how to deal with heartbreak. And everyone thinks it's a joke because this is not heartbreak. This is not like, oh, why do bad things happen to good people? This is called fuck around and find out. And it's not even that. It's not even to that level. This whole arc for Ruby was a latent response to me telling her you need to abandon the sexual quest. And so you ended up flat on your face
to show dad that he's wrong.
Yes. So that's what this was about. Let's be honest. It wasn't about D-Dog. She didn't like him. He didn't like her. It was transactional.
Yeah, there was no chemistry. No one thought there was chemistry. It would have been funny to see it play itself out.
Mhm.
But both of you should have had respect for your sexuality and not gone there.
Right.
And if you had gone there, don't make it public. It's just like it's self-destructive.
Now, what I want to say
You don't want
here-
to admit that like there are younger women who have sexual possibilities that you don't have. You don't want to admit that like part of streaming is having self-discipline.
Mhm.
Maybe admit those two things and like don't continue the spiral. Or for us, continue the spiral and we'll be happy to
For our sake.
watch the spiral down. But it's not going to be sustainable at this point.
But Dad, what I
You
want
can't
to
just
what I want to say
sustain insanity.
what I want to say is she is when she says heartbreak, she is experiencing pain.
Yeah.
It's not heartbreak. It's the pain of knowing that you had a purely transactional sexual relationship with a man who doesn't care about you and is mentally ill to get
When you
a dunk
take a
on someone
predictable
else that
L.
you didn't actually take.
When you take a predictable L, you feel bad
Yeah.
because you did something stupid. Even like her instantly going live to respond shows
Her narcissism compels her to instantly cope when she hears something that's a legit criticism.
Like, I was in a bikini for 1 minute of an intro. I need to account for a bikini, so.
she titled it Ruby Bears It All.
Please, some respect.
I was going to also connect this to Eileen Wuornos, who's a female serial killer. Has a lot of similarities to Grace, actually. She keeps going the prostitution route. Might be in her future.
Prostitution route.
I don't know.
You just the cope is unbelievable.
I don't
This
know.
cope's unbelievable.
Grace is a
I get bangs and I'm a prostitute. You have sex with a guy for 4 days in your apartment. He dumps you, and you claim
flex it publicly.
And you claim. I mean, this is beyond cope.
And she was impressed.
Fuck.
And you literally
But now she's just
spread
a
your
free
pussy on
prostitute,
camera.
and she prostitutes for like public approval of her whoredom. I don't know.
She pays men to have sex with her. That's what happened.
That's true. She pays men to have sex with her, so she can say she's still got it.
Yeah, she paid for his window repair. She paid for his food.
At least Eileen Wuornos, like, she killed guys for their money.
Yeah.
Like, I have more respect for her.
Oh, it's not the same as like the grief I felt when my brother died, you know, but it's still a heartbreak, and it doesn't take much to get the waterworks going.
Grief that you felt when your brother died. This guy insulted your brother dying and said God was pleased with his death, and you sucked his fucking dick. You sucked his dick. This is like so incoherent. I mean, just pointing it out it's brutal.
And she's already, you know, she's offering him sex and a guaranteed nut. Like, she would actually fuck him just to mess with me. That's the difference between us.
And it may be all. It's so obvious. What happened?
That is just total projection. I mean, that's literally what she did.
Love is a drug. It disorients you. It makes you stupid.
See? Love is not a drug. Love is caring about another person and wanting what's best for them. It's not a drug. You wanted a drug, right? To give you a high without doing the things that should give you a high. Just like every other thing in your life. You want money without working. You want to get high without
accomplishing
anything. You want to have sexual intimacy without being able to relate to another human being. This is the problem.
Yeah, I've had a public relationship with Dalmatian dog that's had a lot of ups and downs, and we are currently speaking to some degree. No, I'm sure everyone will think that too is a bad choice. D-Dog was amazing yesterday, and like we are back together now.
In the end, it's buffoon. She's a buffoon.
El Jim says the engine Ruby content. OMG, it's so close. Please God. Yeah, El Jim, I think today really, like, I don't know what it was, but like I just lost all interest like 20 minutes in or something. It's not a diss on you, Dad. It's just I could see that like she likes this and she's like, yeah, give me more. And it's just I just
you
honestly
finally
lost
seen through the
interest.
veil.
She's like,
And you're like, oh, that's all we're doing here.
like there. I don't know. There's only so many times I can say the same thing over and over. I was just.
I would say, like, page me when she's in the correction episode.
All right. Thank you for watching, guys. New arc starting now.
What do you think of Grace's bangs? I actually think it's good that she tries a new look. Grace is obsessed with like trying to be a sexy woman now. Grace will take 10 years to fix that woman. I'm surprised that any man is attracted to Grace. Who would be attracted to Grace? No one even knows where Grace is going.
Focus on the road, Grace. Focus on what's in front of you, Grace. Grace, proud of you. It's a good song. When you kiss me, I can tell you miss me. I can tell it hits. Let's find some good songs, Grace. I want to rock out tonight. What about that I like the way you kiss me song, Grace? Grace, you keep skipping too many. Let's go! I like that one. Grace, focus on the road. 10 and 2, Grace. Grace, please. Is Grace insured? Grace only gets along with women who sit for her. Grace is very good at faking happiness. Grace isn't gonna fall in love with Lala. Get in front and get like Grace's attention, and now he's finally getting a chance. He kept getting turned down. Wow, she's really liking this song. She's feeling this song. Is that Adam's jacket? She just keeps wearing the jacket. It's just confusing to me. Have you noticed that Grace was worn the same necklace? Jeremy says Grace is his girl. Grace's mood, her attitude seems like very playful, very excited. Well, who are Grace's top romantic prospects right now? Like, if we were to go over Grace's romantic prospects, we've got it just happened to Darius too. Darius got like an out-of-state DUI in Oklahoma, so Darius isn't really even part of this at this time. When was the last time you saw Grace with a man having like a fun time? I mean, her last IRL meetup was with Jeremy and OPC Dawn in New Haven. That was just a miserable experience. And then she's with Ben. She's with Ben like all the time, and so I mean, it's just you haven't seen her with any sort of guy that's somewhat serious in so long. Think about Grace's situation though. Like, what man is she speaking with? Is she with? It's just okay. We want to cover Grace with me?
Sure.
Grace hit the link acting like low with a low profile picture.
Do you feel like one of the biggest relatable points between you and her relationship, you and Ruby's relationship, was Grace? Like, y'all just related to Grace hella?
No,
what do you guys relate about? What do you guys like?
Be honest.
Yeah,
streaming and content and.
But every streaming content, for the most part, at least on your side, is like reviewing. It's like Grace centric, and Ruby is at least 50%. I mean, she does Celebrity Sundays, and that shit always damn near ends up being Grace review. You did do a half-hour segment on Grace this stream.
Oh, I'm getting a call. I have a caller. Will someone please tell Ruby I'm live? She's calling me. I'm live. Hey, I won't be able to answer the call. I'm live, Ruby. I declined the call. My phone's still shaking. It's incredible. So what do we have, Chad? I mean, Ben, Lalo, and Grace are meeting up. She's back in Rhode Island with Ben and Layla after raising money for a cross-country trip. Lalo is a puppet for Grace and would do anything to impress her. How long until Grace takes a shower? Grace is a savage bestie. Grace has, what about her pretty new hairstyle, Chad? So many men are joining Grace's stream and liking what they're seeing in terms of her hairstyle. He's calling me. Okay. Nope. I'm still live. Why are you calling? Why are you calling me? Oh, she's mad or something that I said some stuff about Grace. And then our government will fix it. Well, the government's created the situation that you're complaining about. You really think that if we introduced government health care,
Ruby, you have to stop calling me. Like, are you breaking up with me or something? Why is she calling me? I am streaming. Okay, Grace's hair is ugly. I'm not interested in her. Okay, she's breaking up with me then? Okay. There's no one who I'd rather be with than Ruby. So, 40 viewers? I know, Crack, I see. Stop calling me, Crack! Oh my god. Like, are you not watching the show? Oh my fucking god.
Man, you give someone a chance.
You give someone a chance.
And they keep repeating the same behavior. So, yeah, that was stupid to even unblock him in the first place.
Yeah, you're
Anyway,
stupid.
I just turn on my phone because I'm blocked in his chat. So he could talk about Grace's bangs. It's weird. Weird move. What's up, Ian Slay? Yeah, I'm recently single again. LOL, yeah, I totally believe it. I mean, yeah, this relationship was hanging by a thread. The thread was cut and that sewn back together and then torched. So, I mean, even I have my limits with people and I'll just have to cut them off at a certain point. So, W for Ruby Thorpe's dick. Are the Thorpe streaming right now too? Yeah, I'm gonna delete WhatsApp and make sure he's blocked right now. Give me one sec. There's no. Today's blocked. 2 days later, yes, okay. Well, I mean, it's like, yeah, sometimes it takes a couple tries to really break up with someone, but
I'm weak.
did I break up with him? Yes. Yeah, we're back broken up. We're not together anymore.
We're back.
We were
broken
talking
up.
and kind of reconciling, but I guess he lost his mind because I didn't answer my ball for Salvation is super weird, and he's trying to get back into Grace's life. I mean, Grace has been desperately trying to get with him because it's just an easy way to hurt me, and
Don't hurt me. It's all
I'll
about
really stay blocked this time. Hopefully forever. It's not. That's not love. Grace did. Oh yeah. So cool. Like the way you kiss me, made him that you miss me. Yeah. She's playing that song thinking about Adam. We had a whole conversation about his coverage of Grace because it's fucking. I told him it's like kind of creepy and weird. He just fucked me by broadcasting a private conversation last night. So
we got the hot mic moment right here.
Yeah. Well, since we're on such a nice playlist. She has a nice playlist. She has a very playlist. And it just makes you look like a scorned simp. So if you could like rein that in because it's fucking embarrassing for all parties involved. G-Dog thinks you won't leave him. I know he's actually delusional, and it's actually uh. But it'll be very clear soon. And it's yeah, I am a very forgiving person, but like it's just beyond the veil at this point.
Grace is just a fellow streamer. She's a streamer.
She's
We're
a
streamers.
streamer.
She's a streamer. She's a content producer. And I commentate on her production. I'm not allowed to say I like Grace's playlist. That's a compliment to say you like someone's playlist. Like, yeah, I mentioned she had a good playlist. Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Everyone, now mention that Grace has a good playlist. Oh my fucking god! He loves Grace. He loves her. He hates me. He hates me. And he mentioned he liked some songs in her playlist. Like, oh my fucking god, chat. This is a now we're like entering crash out stage. Ban Samuel Palmer or whatever. Ban that Samuel guy. Go ahead and ban him and ban some other users too. Just start banning everyone from chat. Just ban everyone, Crack. Everyone. Ban Titus from chat. Go ahead and ban Titus. Yeah, just ban Titus because she's entering the realm of
like just autistic territory. Go ahead and ban Titus crap. Go ahead and ban that other guy too. That people talking about my beard. Ban that user Ruby Wade. Go ahead and ban that user.
One of my closest friends was diagnosed with cancer, and I found out, and it's just like I had to pause my methadone taper because I just feel like I'm barely clinging to sanity by its thread. I just can't believe this shit. Honestly, I just can't fucking believe this shit. I'm living in squalor. Thank you, Stevie. Appreciate the $2. And yeah, now I'm gonna go meet up with my mom. I was just kind of following my heart like an idiot. But it's so clear, so I thank God for that clarity. At this point, my mom was interested in meeting him, but because in the past I've relapsed from that. Still in love with you, Doug? I don't know. I thought I was. Obviously, it's been confusing in that regard. I just feel sad and heartbroken again. Yeah, I have a friend of mine, doesn't smoke. Her dad had lung cancer. She thought it was the flu or something. Stage 4. Can you imagine being that far along in the first visit? Yeah, and she found out because she's trying to have kids. So it's just like, that was heartbreaking, and I guess I felt, I don't know. I guess this is just, I don't really know why he claims to love me, but treats me so terribly. I don't think he knows to love it. I think he's honestly a covert narcissist with conclusions. Why do you say one thing to us and something else to Dina to make you think, well, we got back together for like one day? I've always been upfront about the status of that. It's just changed rapidly, so I can understand confusion anyway. And this also will be a nail in the coffin. Once my mom knows like how he really is, she will never support this relationship. Do you think you guys will hook up again at some point? I pray not. I pray that I have the strength, to know what's best for me to stop. Yes, yesterday we were like on the phone a bit, just kind of like acting like nothing happened. But also, it was nice dating someone who's, into similar things online, also a streamer. That. Let me text my mom and see if she wants to meet. But yeah, I don't think I'm definitely not unblocking him. Maybe if he did some kind of like grand apologetic gesture, I would.
Apologetic gesture?
If he wants to apologize, he can do it in person. I'm not blocking him. I'm just not doing it. Also, I'm looking at houses in better areas, so. But I have to finish my lease. I don't think he even knows what that is. Anyway. I was thinking if me and D-Dog had ever gotten a chance to go on a date before he fled like a baby back to his mother, that we could have gone here. It just breaks my heart that I was even considering blowing off my friend when she's going through this. And I'm just so selfish. There's a lot of people who care about me in my audience too. I'm making choices that I know aren't gonna work. Darius just didn't update. On my way to turn myself in. I mean, honestly, like, if things don't pick back up with like streaming, I don't know why it's taking up appreciate there. Tell him Mara said hi. Tell him, yeah, if you need a server, just for a night here and there. All right, Trinity, congratulations. She's so awesome. I'll come back. I'll see you later.
Let's make cities better. And they made it more attractive to blacks. So they're gonna look blacks. Oh yeah.
Slay.
Way to go.
He started selling menthol.
What's the plan here? Just root around?
I don't know. You guys are not isn't this place right?
I don't know.
I'm not interacting. It's gonna get bad.
Okay. Let's be out here for like 5 minutes. Alright, keep an eye out. Yeah. Atelier. I have no idea what's the plan.
Oh, that's a big speed.
She's with Rooster went.
Okay.
Oh, there she is. There she is. There she is. Oh my god. That's her mom. That's her mom.
They're watching this.
The Rooster walks down with its enabler. Oh.
Okay, let's sit down.
Hey, Ruben. What are you doing? We just wanted to check it out. It's like last place. You know what? Yeah. Don't come here. Aaron, stop.
Stop.
Fuck you. Hey, stop it. Aaron, stop. Hey, stop. No. God. Stop grabbing the face. Stop.
Grace never claimed she could fight or she wanted to fight. Ever.
Why are you calling the cops? You're no good. No. Get off of it. Get off of it. Get off of it. Get off. No way. I run. Call the cops. Call the cops. Call the cops. This woman just attacked me on video. She's in that restaurant atelier. She grabbed me. She grabbed my friend. She hit us. Red hair. Please. She held me like crazy. Please. I have it on camera. Oh my god. Her. There. Right there. He's gonna come back. Please. She's coming. She's going to attack us again. I'm getting in the car. Pull up the video. Pull up the video. That was fucking crazy. You okay? I just said hi, Ruby. And I said hi to her mom. And she looks at me and she goes, oh. And then she just runs at me and I said, get away from me. I don't know. I've never done anything. I've never had that happen to me before. Wow. That's fucking crazy, guys.
But it's not. It's like.
She ripped the hair out of my head.
I should have waited. I didn't want to.
I mean, I said hi to her. I wasn't being like.
And I got that's killing.
She said she was coming back after the museum. Okay, and I was supposed to. Like, I thought she already had her dinner and that.
Watching it.
Yeah. Thank you for the 500 kicks. That clip was fantastic. Her animalistic mouth agape looked like she was trying to bite your face. She was on me. She was on me. Like,
yeah.
taking off on her hair. That's crazy.
That's weird. Journal activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is a new favorite place to go. So just pull up. Police only.
Oh, it'll be like up to steps then.
Should I stream it?
Yeah. Grace.
Alright, let's take that.
I listen.
So we walk into the police station, and Ruby and her mom are sitting on a bench right by the front door. This is when we were just sitting there. I was just skipping it to see.
Oh, I didn't see the footage. I never saw her review the footage later.
Oh yeah, the food public health restraining order twice. So we know people too. They're worked out. It's all on record. It just occurred to me that she's talking to someone on the phone here. I think it might have been Dalmatian Dog. I have no idea. And then she kept staring over at me. Keep in mind, I was sitting next to Lalo looking at his phone and laughing at the Discord. So I wanted to avoid eye contact because I was not trying to get her to get started again. The offenders! Did Your daughter just attacked me on camera. We just sit there. She looks at me and she goes,
That's
so
crazy.
sad.
That's
So sad. Hopefully
crazy.
someday you'll wake up. And I think I said something like, yeah, the tuft of hair that got ripped out of my head hasn't woken me up yet after your daughter assaulted me. And she goes, how are you going to feel about the charges for elder abuse? Assault of an elder. And I was like, what? And she just goes, and then goes back to her phone.
Now you know where
What
Ruby
the fuck
gets
are you
it.
talking? Are you saying Ruby's an old lady? I mean, goddamn,
This is where Ruby
she
gets
ain't got old. She ain't an elder yet. She ain't got that AARP. She's not that old. So I wasn't worried about it. I was just like, this is some desperate cope to get us to like stop pressing charges or something. Elder abuse? You've got to be kidding me. I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you, cock. I didn't touch you. Did I? Old hag. So here's what you guys need to understand. Did she get arrested? No. But a summons is like, it's a charge without an arrest. So she was charged. I have the case number. Did she get arrested? No. But a summons is a charge without an arrest.
Sort of assault that.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
what they would do.
she is getting fucking charged as she should. Fucking crazy. And I hope she enjoys having it on her record and going to court. But the point is, it's so delicious to me that her and her mom walked in that said they were pressing charges on me. And then she's the one who got the charge pressed, and I got nothing. That is, ooh, I'm savoring. I'm feasting. I'm feasting. I am absolutely feasting.
Oh,
I realize this. Mama Ruby has been trying to do stuff to us. She says, like, I've already informed you about this. She's doing this Karen shit. But you know, it's not gonna fucking work. You can't be a Karen when your daughter is a fucking crackhead hood rat. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. You can't be a Karen when your daughter is 36 years old, assaulting people.
That
Everything's about to cry, saying Grace is about to come.
So I really have to start controlling myself.
I just can't believe that just happened. I swear in my life, I did not know they were at my old job still. I was in there. I did a stream. They must have seen it from that. And I was watching the clip. When I'm walking by, I was texting Dalmatian Dog. I wasn't, watching their stream. I had no fucking idea. And you can see that on my face. And my mom didn't recognize her because she looks so different now. Nothing bothers me more than when they go for my family. So the fact that she was there, also people don't go too crazy with like banning, right? And like Dalmatian Dog is allowed to be here. He was very supportive and helpful to me. I don't know. I had been like pretty
my
awful to him all
lead.
day, and then he was, just instantly there for me, and like I don't know. He was like
I was
talking to
literally
my
in
mom, and
curse.
my mom talked to the Dalmatian Dog for the first time, and yeah, I thought that was really cute. And she literally had like tears in her eyes. She was just thought she saw a Dalmatian to calm me down when I was freaking out. And I was very grateful for that. And he said the fight is being covered on Osmond Gold. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh,
My
that's
mom's
sad.
on Osmond Gold. My interview with Yo Mama on one of the Lolcow shows, I'm not sure which one, is going to be like right after work. So I'm going to be going straight from work to doing that interview. Why would Keemstar want to talk to you? Doesn't he hate you? Yeah, they like having people on that invoke a negative reaction. They like that kind of thing.
Going on.
So negative reaction is pretty on brand for them. So we'll see if I get Keemstar to rage, kick me out again. I haven't kept up with the Lolcow Queens at all. That show stopped being interesting to me once Becky left. Actually, with Savage, I'm intrigued to check it out because I like Savage, but and it's like, yeah, they have some real long-standing beef. Gotta be camera ready in 17 minutes, people. Just get off of the bookstore. We're making good time. I'm gonna be on Lolcow Pit in like 13 minutes or so. I'm doing my press tour, but this is just gonna be a fun little appearance. I'm still 10 minutes, so I'll use the 10 minutes to set up redirect and then just quickly fix my hair and makeup, and then I'm gonna join them for a discount. So I am gonna fix my lipstick and bangs. Because we have a solid 6 minutes, people. Calm down. Fine. Alright, I guess that's it. See you guys over there
Um, now before we play this, do you think this interview is going to go well for Ruby?
I don't know.
Nice. You know, like,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Don't Period.
Why? Why would you? Oh, I couldn't have thought about that any other fucking way.
No.
Something that is that's right here. My nice mom, like this style, and obviously living my best life. I don't get it. It's about. I feel that. I filed two restraining orders. They didn't go through, but that could have. Did you relapse? Because the child is looking very position for 2 years, but thank you. Maybe that could have been the reason why you attacked her. You were kind of not in your right frame of mind.
I made the wrong reaction here, and I'm taking some steps to try to make sure that doesn't happen again. So getting
Well,
and on top of this, my brother was killed in prison.
dog, weren't you?
They're saying that they're trying to bait you to get a big lawsuit in some of the money that you're going to be receiving. Which is kind of gross.
Yeah, especially because it's over my brother who was killed by correctional officers in jail.
Sorry.
And there was a wrongful death suit.
Considering your backgrounds, I don't know if you've had a wrongful meth lawsuit against you as well.
You're a librarian, right?
No, I'm buried.
I work in a youth rare youth store, so
That's awesome.
After hearing that story, it sounds like you're a liability.
All right, well, I appreciate you for being here today. And thank you very much. Did you see yesterday on Chubby, they tried to do the jerk. Yeah.
I'm really happy that interview I did yesterday on Loco Pit. 20 viewers. That's a good turnout for one of the smaller shows.
It's not
I think because it was right after Loco Live, they swap out who gets the prime slot.
They don't.
At the
They should have no idea what you're talking
YouTube, it looks like a celebrity at Celebrity Style.
It's literally the best show on the
Shopify,
network.
where you can get all the coolest celebrity merchandise, like this hat and that emoji of me holding a knife, and all kinds of fun stuff. And then I was about to call the DMV and set up another permit test, and then I got completely sidetracked because D-Dog is having a meltdown. Let's let Mr. Deadman actually fuck with our relationship. That's so cool.
Deadman, keep talking about me. Keep sucking my dick. That's all you're good for. That's all you're good for. You had a mental breakdown over a window. No mental breakdown, actually. I handled that a lot easier than everything you've ever handled. You're a fucking sardonic loser on the internet. Goodbye. Okay, I'm all dead. Okay, Rooster, you're getting banned too. Goodbye. Others, too. Some of Grace's simps that are so fucking just the biggest sorry fucking retard fucking losers for their age. That's just
That was a
I'm just gonna start
legendary
banning all the losers of our world that are on YouTube.
James,
Radio 4.
the only hater.
Deadman. Deadman is fat as hell. He wears an eye patch. They're more entertaining than you. Goodbye, Nikki. Goodbye. Don't bitch. Go watch them then, you stupid bitch. What, Nikki knew? God, Nikki knew. No. Yeah, we'll ban all these fucking fat, all these dudes. Fuck Devin. What do you do? Hide user? How do you handle this? Hide user? I need mods. I need to restart stream, but I need mod. Is hide user on this channel banned? It only makes them invisible, so it makes them stronger. All right. Who do you, JF? Will you ban everyone I tell you to? You want mod, JF? We'll just ban them all one by one as I tell you.
Breaking up's hard to do.
I need a mod.
I want to be a little more boring now. It's been enough excitement for a lifetime, okay? What if you agree not to stream the relationship? I mean, we thought about that initially. We weren't even going to stream any of it, but, completely foolproof. I don't think that's true, because we were talking online for a year before we met. We've been, become close as friends, met at Rugolo. I know that's the Thorpe's fantasy, which is not the reality. Every single individual is like a universe of complexity. I fully believe that, and I do think about that often.
You had a temper like my jealousy. What did you leave me when I needed to possess you? I hated you. I loved you too. Bad dreams in the night. You told me I was going to lose the fight. Be behind. What was it?
Wow. I love this content. Tell us about a functioning, happy relationship from the two people with the most dysfunctional relationship online. Tell us about relationships. Tell us about heartbreak. Yeah, and it's funny because they were arguing so much at first that they couldn't even get the video to start. It took 20 minutes of them bickering about lighting.
Yeah, I'm trying to get these filters to work on this camera, but they don't seem to do anything.
What did the filters say?
I don't know what do the filters say. I think I'm out at that point.
Like what I'm saying is, I have the same layout as you do.
I'm obviously asking you like how this works.
I'll be right there. 1 sec.
No, I don't want you to come here.
Okay.
I'm just asking you like how this works.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any of the filters.
It's not that. Okay.
So I don't know. I can come
Okay.
over there and help you, but otherwise I don't know.
Okay. Okay. That is the only two options.
No, you could test
We
it
could just do it
yourself.
sometime. Okay.
I'm sorry.
You look like you've been through like sort of like a nuclear blast. I don't really understand what you're doing.
Sorry. Yes, I'm not forced.
I don't want. I'm sorry. Just whatever.
Okay. Alright.
Sucks. Can you pop chat out of kick? No.
If you go to the Chrome logo on the bottom of your screen, do you see the chat like
Yes.
Okay, see the little 3 dots?
Pop out. Okay, I got it.
Alright, there you go.
What do you mean? There you go.
Ruby's in the YouTube chat. Let's go. Ruby, we're dissecting your heartbreak, your recent heartbreak, your breakup.
It's psycho. It's not okay.
I just don't know how to on the camera apply.
And it's true. If I'm gonna like date someone,
You don't know how to apply the filter?
Look, I'm putting different settings. I agree. It's not changing.
No. Wait. Huh. That's weird.
No,
No, I don't see it's changing. You know what? Do me a favor. If you can, go to the StreamYard tab that you're on. Go to visual effects settings. Visual effects. Do you see that? Press enhance.
It doesn't cover my support. This beautiful new camera we got. Like it has these qualities.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, how do you use them?
I'm trying to like fix the problem you have right now, which is that you want to enhance.
Okay, but what is it? What is it that I'm curious about?
You're curious about how to do it within the Ozbot center, within the camera.
I'm curious about how we like what is available in this camera.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you're saying I have.
No, I didn't know where they were in my actual app, but I found them. Okay, so like watch my camera, right? If I apply the clear filter, for example, look at my camera.
I can't
change
your
anything?
camera.
Yeah, with the fresh filter on. Does that change it?
You're saying look at my screen.
Let me see. Let me add one filter. Does that look?
How do you get the your Ozbot center?
What you have to do to get the image view is you have to go to. Do you see on the top? Okay, top left.
Okay, I got it. It's not sending it to StreamYard. StreamYard's not picking up the modified.
But how do you? I'm trying to figure out like how does that? I just want to say my guess would be that if you rejoined the StreamYard panel, if you apply the filters on Ozbot and then you rejoin the panel, my guess is that it would apply, but I'm not sure. But I don't think it's super important to do right. I have no idea. It's a technical issue. Figure it out.
I didn't say we had to do anything now.
Okay, so I shouldn't have said that in the first place. Forget it. Forget that I said that.
Okay.
Here we go.
like someone like I said, it's just irresponsible. Like a lot of the things he was saying too are just we're just not on the same page of how we want our lives to go in a lot of ways.
Streaming with Joe Biden. That's what this should be called.
I believe him to have like real serious delusions. Like,
are you making me another cup?
That's concerning.
I am not. I'll let this play for a little while, get into the zone, and I'll go make you another. I'll put the kettle on. Be right back.
Or just give me one of those fucking things.
Oh, you want a Zin? Do you want the N-word Zin, which is the
No, I don't want that. Grace. No.
Do you want chill or peppermint?
if I move the actual camera, it does move, right?
Yep. Right.
So it does do those things, but it doesn't somehow doesn't pick up the modifications. All right, well, it's just a technical problem. That's all right.
Yeah.
All right, it's just it is what it is.
Yeah. All right.
Oops.
There we go.
Oh,
All right,
we
no big
messed
deal.
with
Okay,
this
so
Saturday.
yeah, okay. So,
Yeah.
I dodged it too. That sucks.
It's a weird little glitch.
you need to always get the last word in, right?
Yeah, I have a problem with that. Sorry.
You're an annoying person.
Yes,
You're an annoying
Obnoxious.
person.
Who do you think is the most responsible? Why would they want to go on?
I think Charlie was not allowed to be anything but a Christian Zionist, and he was changing in the last few weeks. Everything began ratcheting up after
does that
Tucker
mean?
Carlson hit the stage.
That pissed them off.
It was like a full court press effort to lie about everything. I do not like the way Turning Point is behaving. I've made that clear, and nobody is going to emotionally manipulate me and tell me to attack Turning Point would be to attack its legacy. Charlie told me years ago he was having a ton of visions and was telling me Turning Point was going to be death in him. He knew he was going to die young, and strangely, I was going to be the only person to defend him.
Candace, thank you for having me here.
I'm excited, and thank you for making it work on short notice.
Of course, of course. These are crazy times, so I totally, we got to be careful about where we're at, right? So it's been a while since we last spoke. Last time you were on, I remember we did after hours where you were saving a few women's lives, and I did want to tell you this on camera. One of the girls that you spoke to actually quit OnlyFans on that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a good conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people think that, I guess, those conversations are not worth it or the show is all theater. But for me, I want to sit across from these young women because anybody's life could have ended that way. You know what I mean? Like, I could have ended up being one of these OnlyFan girls if there weren't so many, like, life interventions because it's just being sold to women so much that this is the easy way out. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, but I want to make sure I told you that, on camera that she literally quit like not too long after you did that show. So it's great, saving lives. So kind of with that, I saw that you did a debate on Jubilee with a bunch of feminists. Obviously we're in a modern day age. Things have changed quite a bit. We've both been pretty critical of feminism, but I think with what you're doing, you're able to really reach a demographic of women that just guys like me and Andrew Tate and others just aren't going to reach because, we're pretty similar and we get it. So they might want, another female's perspective on, the detriments of feminism and everything else like that. So kind of given how society is now, how do you see feminism today with young women? And then what do you predict is going to happen in the next 5-10 years? Are we getting better? Is it getting worse? What are your thoughts in general on that?
so I was actually very interested in Tate culture, as I'm going to call it. So I'm going to put you in that orbit of Tate culture, all of these male influencers that were coming out and calling girls bitchs and hoes and all this stuff. And people sat back and were like, oh my God, this is horrible, whatever. But I'm like, wait a second, whatever you think about him, whatever you think about Tristan, whatever you think about Myron, this culture got very big very quickly and there's got to be something there, right? There has to be. So that was the reason why I flew out to meet Andrew Tate. There was all these conspiracies and I knew him before and all that. I met Andrew a total of 2 times before I did his show. My husband hung out with him maybe 3 times in his life before
So you did know him
him and I
before.
met. He was actually friends with PJW. And that's how I met Andrew.
Gotcha.
So my husband was actually friends with PJW. And I just wanted to know what it was. I'm never a person that will dismiss something on its face and call it a name. Like there has to be some substance here. And what was actually happening was you got Tristan Tate and you got Myron Gaines because you perpetuated a culture of Lena Dunhams, right? So you're acting like men just got tired of it, is what happened. And finally, men looked around and somebody stood up and said, it's actually okay to be a man and you don't have to listen to any of these women. Now, you may not have liked how they said it. You may not have liked that they were doing this on top of Lamborghinis. But the reality is that what sat beneath that was a horribly toxic culture where women were dictating the terms to men. And every time a man did something that actually felt natural to them, you called it toxic masculinity, and books were written, and Lena Dunham's writing articles, and there's a show about this, and Lena Dunham's naked on Instagram. I wrote a whole chapter about Lena Dunham in my book. And she's naked on Instagram, and she's lecturing you if you don't want to see her, overweight, naked, and tatted up. So you can't blame the culture, Tate culture, until you are ready to address where this actually came from, which was women constantly bashing men over the head and telling them that masculinity, full stop, was wrong.
Given the problems that we have, obviously, whether it's me or Tate or other people, we'll kind of come in and say, hey, this is what you need to do as a guy. This is how the modern day marketplace is now when it comes to dating. What's your approach to kind of combating this problem from a female perspective?
First, you have to understand the origin of feminism, right? You have to understand that this was not a culture and an ideology that came because they wanted women to have equal rights with men, okay? This was a CIA-sponsored PSYOP. Gloria Steinem was sponsored by the CIA. Okay, these protests were sponsored by men in government. A lot of them homosexual, actually. And the reason for that was simply because they wanted to it was actually twofold, I would say. They wanted to tax household income both ways. And also they wanted women to, instead of focusing on their kids, which comes natural to women, right, to be the quote unquote, like I say, CEO of the household, they wanted to remove that and to have the children given to the government for 6 hours a day. Beyond 6 hours a day, 6 hours a day, plus whatever sports activities, which gives the government full control over the minds of the children. This came straight from the Pale of Settlement. After they assassinated the Tsar, you had these Jewish women like Emma Goldman, who came over to America. Emma Goldman was the mentor to what's her face from Planned Parenthood. I'm blanking on her name for a moment. I'm going to say Margaret Sanger. That was her mentor. And so this was, in fact, a very radical communist movement that came to America and sought to overthrow families, family institutions, strong men, feminine women, stands in the way of government and absolute control.
In your book, Making a Sandwich, what are some of the things that you tell the women? Because I'm assuming it's a book that's going to be centered around how women can kind of get in the marketplace, find a long-term partner, get married. What are some of the strategies that you tell women to implement to find a partner?
I don't even try in my book to sell them a strategy or a technique. I just tell the truth. So here's the history of feminism. Here's what we were told in school. Here's actually how it went down, right? Knowledge is power. I give them the actual statistics of the fact that what was sold to you was you were going to be just like a man and you were going to be happier. Women are actually more miserable than they've ever been. If you go back and you ask most women about their grandmothers, they remember grandma being happy, right? So what they actually sold to you, now you've achieved this equality, quote unquote equality, and women have never been more miserable, and women are popping more pills than they were popping, and finding it harder to find a partner and wondering why. Well, it's because you attacked natural masculinity. You told men that they shouldn't be allowed to lead. Women have to lead, and actually, you didn't want that, right? You were convinced psychologically in a classroom, as I was back when I wanted to be a feminist, or I thought feminism was cool, and you should know that. I think that that's how you change things without trying to say, here's a strategy and here's how we're going to move forward. Let people know true knowledge, let people know true history, and I think the rest of the stuff happens naturally, or I hope.
For you on your journey, when did you figure out that feminism was a lie? Like, was there a certain event that triggered it that you were like, holy crap, this is yes?
I actually tell the story in this book. I think I do actually. I think it's in this book, or it's in my last book actually. It's in Blackout. This teacher that I had, and was required to take Feminism 101. It was called Women's Studies. Maybe it was Women's Studies 201 at the University of Rhode Island. And at that time, I was like, yeah, I'm a feminist, of course. Who doesn't want equality as they sold it?
Yeah.
I get into this classroom, and this teacher, I realized very quickly, was not actually motivated by equality. I was in a classroom where she was trying to convince me that every problem that we had in society was due to men. This was a literal class that was designed to basically teach women to hate men.
Yeah.
Like, no matter, all you had to do to get an A was she would introduce any problem. She could have lost her keys that morning. And been like, why does that matter? Well, who designed cars? You know who designed cars? Who designed the whole concept of a car key, and who designed the couch that you lost it in this morning? It became to the point where for me it was like laughable.
Yeah.
But there was this one particular class where it clicked for me. Because when I was in college, I had an eating disorder. So I was sitting in her class, and was anorexic, and she gets into this topic of anorexia, eating disorders, and she gave us some statistic about the amount the percentage of women that have eating disorders, and I'm making this up now, but it was something like 80% of people who have eating disorders are women. And she asked the class, why is that? And we were supposed to say, and she did say that it was because men control the advertising agency and men want women to be skinny. What? It had literally, I'm sitting here having this experience, nothing to do with a man. Like, nothing, no man said you're fat, you have to be skinny. That is completely made up. And I'm listening to her try to psychologically convince me that my eating disorder came from men when it just factually didn't. Most people who suffer with anorexia know it's a control mechanism. It actually has nothing even to do with weight. It just is like, this is the one thing you can control. And I just kind of called her out on that, and I raised my hand. I was like, whoa, wait a second. Okay, well, let's look at another statistic. What percentage of people are juicing up with steroids, right? That's not a super healthy thing to do. If we said that 90% of it was men, would you have presented to the class that it was because of women, right? Because women are telling them to have a look like this. And she was, when I say she went white, and she said to me, and I always tell the story on stage, she said to me, I feel like you were sent to me from the men's department.
Of course.
Yeah. Wow. I told her back that I was sent to her from the common sense department.
Yeah.
And that everything could have been because of men. So I think that was kind of the first time that it clicked for me that this was some sort of a psychological program. In many ways, I was actually saved
How
by.
old were you at that point?
I was in college, so I was 19.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
it was the first year of college.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a prerequisite. So it was interesting for me, I think.
Did that make you shift your priorities? Like,
I was never a gun ho feminist. I just was like in the back of my mind, same way that I was liberal. Like I was never voting Democrat, but if you would ask me, what do you think about this? I would have very quickly been like, of course we need feminism.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of thinking, man, these women are really annoying in this classroom. The majors that were there, the people, these women that were tatted up and like growing their armpit hair out, they had those people in class, and I was like, I don't like any of these people. So it made me think that there was something more to the feminist movement, I think, which was indoctrination.
Interesting. Okay. So I think you've been able to do what every woman dreams of: have a family, have children, have your dream man, but simultaneously being able to also, run a business and do what you want to do. And I noticed when you were debating on Jubilee, some of them tried to say, "Oh, well, you're over here talking about feminism being bad, blah 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 blah." But you obviously have a lot of things set up where you maximize your ability to be with your family, right? You do your show, get out of there, spend time with your family. What would you say to the people that sit there and try to call you a hypocrite because you're successful in your own right, but you've been able to also balance a family, which many women can't do. They want to do it, but they can't do it. What would your response be to those critics?
First and foremost, do not allow people to rule you by exceptions. What I mean by that is it is such a mistake to look at my life and to say, Candace did this, and so therefore I can do this. My life is actually exceptional, right? We are sitting in my house. I do things on my own terms. I wake up in the morning. I get to homeschool my kids, right? I'm homeschooling my children for hours. That's now very important to me. I get to do a podcast from home, and I am actually doing something that I enjoy, right? What is the number one thing? If you find any woman that makes it and she's successful, what is she doing? She's tapping into her femininity, communication. Women communicate more than men. I have a whole chapter on this. If you have a daughter and a son, you know this. Girls start speaking faster, and we will speak more words from men for the rest of our lives. And when you actually look, and I ask people in this chapter, who is the most, if I ask you the question right now, who is the most successful man?
I'm not the only
Just give me your answer. If you have to name a couple of them.
I was gonna say, like, from a financial perspective,
And this track sucks.
If I say who's the most successful man in the world,
I mean, you could say like the richest guy in the world, would be Elon, even though it pains me to say that. But
right? Yeah, Elon, but that's the right. You would say Elon, or you would say
something based on meritocracy, finances, and
you would say Jeff Bezos. Everyone would say the same answers, right? Yeah. If I ask you who is the most successful woman in the world, what would you say?
No idea, bro.
That's where it gets true. Yeah,
right. Like, what is it? Like off the top of your mind, like what are the names that come to your mind?
Yeah, it's an ambiguous. Like you're like, okay, well, are we going to go off career? Are we going to go off where?
But most people would say like Taylor Swift or Oprah. these women are nowhere near the richest women in the world. Nobody knows the name of the richest woman in the world. And so I go about through this in my chapter. Yeah, you'd say Beyonce. I'm like, these are the names that you would say off the top of your head.
Wait, they're
as you're
not
most
the richest
successful.
women in the
Nobody knows. Everybody knows the names of the most, the richest men in the world, and yet nobody knows the names of the richest women in the world, right? And nobody knows the names of them. And the answer is a Russian woman. And I took this in my book. I'm like, nobody knows her name.
Some
And
Russian
women
woman.
who do know her actually all tapped into their femininity. Taylor Swift was writing songs about relationships. She was writing songs about looking for love, and women flocked to this. Oprah was communicating to the housewife, right? She was speaking about issues. They're tapping in actually to the one thing that actually you think they're standing against. Oh, they're the ultimate feminists. But they tapped into their femininity and found success, actually. And women do not, when we think about success, we don't measure it in terms of finances. That's why these women we think are the most quote unquote successful women in the world. Whereas men naturally think finances. Oh, it's Jeff Bezos, it's Elon Musk. So I do a chapter and I speak about that in my book about who the richest woman in the world is. And then the next 10 women who are the richest in the world are all rich because of who they divorced, right? So what is the picture that we're recognizing here? We don't measure success in the same terms as men measure success, nor should we. And it's important for women not to think that becoming financially rich somehow means that you are successful or that you have triumphed something in life.
And since having children, like, how has that like shifted your priorities? As far as, I mean, and you can go into as much detail as you want, as far as like how you've kind of prioritized child rearing versus like maybe your career and doing social media as much. Because I noticed, before you were super active, you still post obviously every day, but now it's like, you have other priorities. So how does that kind of shift?
Yeah, my family is my number one priority. I would say having kids made me more secure than ever before. I just don't care about the noise. None of it matters anymore. And also, I have real stake in this fight. Before, these were just ideas. America shouldn't be run like this. This is why. This is what's bad. Once you have kids, you have actually a real stake in the future of America. So when I am podcasting, the subjects that I am covering to me are existential, right? Are we being ruled by pedophiles and criminals? That's now existential for me. What is happening in the school systems? What is happening in these churches? What is going on? This is now existential because my children will inherit the America that I fight for or the America that I remain silent about.
And just to kind of finish off with the feminism, so what do you think are the top 3 things holding women back from fulfillment and happiness right now?
The number one thing I would say that's holding women back would be not understanding the history of feminism. I think once you know that, everything, like, knowledge is actually power. I would say the second thing that's holding them back is the psychology of peer pressure. And that is the psychology, and the peer pressure starts when we are in school, with women being told you have to go to college, you have to have a career. Last thing you should think about, you have plenty of time. You don't actually have plenty of time, biologically speaking. You literally don't have plenty of time. Men might have plenty of time, biologically speaking, but your body is telling you you don't. And so I think, and then that kind of gets into the education. The education system truly is just Soviet propaganda in the classrooms. So those would be the top 2 things. And so they're ignoring their gut instinct and following the herd.
So understanding what feminism is and how it can makes it a lot easier to understand everything else. All right, fair enough. What do you think so far about this switching politics? What do you think so far about this administration with Trump?
Bad,
ugly.
Sad. Honestly, the first thing that I would say is that it makes me sad because obviously I spent a lot of time helping Trump get elected, trying to help Trump get elected, and Trump is...
I see a full ring, yeah.
Yeah, he's a part of my political story, right? A part of my political awakening, if you want to call it that. And it feels to me like when he said, what Epstein files, are we still talking about the Epstein files? It was just like we were so close. We did everything we could. And we were supposed to be fighting the swamp. And then what happened with the Loch Ness Monster, which is Israel, rose up and swallowed our hero whole. So it makes me sad, and I think we all can very clearly see what has happened on the basis of who is now supporting him. The literal Never Trump movement is now supporting Trump
Yeah.
and telling us that we're radicals, the people who initially supported Trump. So there's been a complete flip, and they're trying to use this mechanism of psychology to convince us, oh, we just got here, but we noticed this rot, which is the original MAGA movement. It's completely ridiculous. Their tactics aren't working, but I think it also indicates to us that there is something very scary and sinister that is in DC, right? That turns good men, like it like petrifies good men that go in maybe with the best of intentions. And then they see something else. Like what happens to these people? We don't know. Where is, I mean, day in and day out, Cash Patel and Dan were saying, we're going to do this against the FBI. Now they look petrified. They look petrified, actually. There's nothing here, actually, to see about these Epstein files. What are you talking about? You kind of made your show off of what we need to happen with the Epstein files. So it's sad.
So if you were to rate them, because people have asked me this question, so now I get to ask them those. What grade would you give them right now at this point, based on, obviously the Epstein files, I agree, it's a huge debacle. It's going to probably be a huge negative in his legacy at the end of the day. If you had to grade his presidency so far within 11 months in roughly, what would you say?
So I would say I'm biased. So if you're asking me to grade, you know how you would have those teachers where if you would take a test and they would automatically flunk you if you didn't put your name on the paper?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Epstein thing for me is like automatic flunk if you don't put your name on the paper, right? So like I'm a mom now, so this was the most important thing to me was figuring out where the pedophiles are in our society. And
that was your number one voting.
This for me, becoming a mother, because you have to remember Epstein. I did a partial series, a mini series on what was discovered about him. He just got pulled to the ranks, right? Bankrupted Americans. The same thing with the Maxwell family. Bankrupted people.
How was that for?
And was allowed to do this. He had absolutely no background. He was given access to children. He had an office on Harvard campus, despite only having a high school diploma, which I can't even verify his high school diploma, if I'm being honest with you. And this was going to show us everything. He had access to Hollywood. He was working with Weinstein. He had some notorious fight with Harvey Weinstein.